my channel, my channel, my content, my channel, my content, my channel, my content. Happy Monday.
What's up, everybody?
Sound check. Check.
Good.
Check. Everything good?
All right.
Few people in the house. Usual
Nice.
suspects. So, how you doing, my man?
It's good. It's good to be here. I was anticipating it ever since, you sent the invite. So just
Good.
looking forward to being here. Mondays, you're the man for Monday motivation. So been taking that and running with it.
Oh, we try.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
speaking about, there's a lot of people that need motivation this week. You know, one of them's this fucking guy. Let everybody know what the fuck you did.
I tore my LCL ligament in my knee.
You got
It was not fun.
another appointment tomorrow.
Yeah, I was at the hospital all day yesterday, and then now I have an appointment with the fracture clinic tomorrow morning, so it's not fun.
Fuck. It's like all these young guys, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm fucking 51. I should be falling apart. It's all the fucking young guys. It's like, what the
Right.
fuck?
I know.
So how did you do
Yeah,
it? Playing
look.
football?
Yep, I jumped up and I landed on my leg the wrong way after I caught the ball.
Damn. Sports
Yeah.
injury. Hey, you can always look for, what happened? Oh, man, it's football sports injury. Oh,
Right.
my God, that's cool.
Not really.
Well, it's better than like walking, like, tripping on a stair like an idiot. And it's like, oh,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
What do you mean? You don't know how to walk up a stair? Like, at least you have a valid reason of,
Yeah.
shit. So what's up, Rodney, my man? It's good to have you on.
Yeah, I made it.
The fuck, you, one of your BSR shirts are dirty? Like, you got everything else, the hat, the background. You got to wear a Lone Star shirt.
Yeah,
Like,
I figured I'd rep for Earl. So
awesome,
rep
man.
Earl.
Earl's great.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, he's huge in the community. I know there's lots of guys that are, MC supporters that he's there for in terms of supports. You get him on the conversation, you're gonna get a straight shooter. So he's gonna let you know what you need to know and
Yep.
and help you out with
Yeah,
whatever
fucking
you got going on.
Earl's awesome, man. I've been speaking with him, over a year. I mean, at least once a month, if not a few times. And we just get carried away, and he's fucking awesome. Definitely. I can't wait to get the fuck out there. I gotta go see his place.
That's the spot.
We gotta do the trip. We gotta bring this MC team down.
For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Go check out his place and is Arlington, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You got a
definitely.
super chat already, eh?
Well, fucking tell us. It's
Rights Reptiles. We broke, but still got a rep. Hashtag Team Awesome.
Wow.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah, Josh and Amber, what's going on?
Yeah.
Everybody's in the house, which is good. People are finally, popping in saying, "Oh my God, I made it."
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be bragging about that though. So, yeah, we got lots of stuff. For a change, we got a lot to talk about, but for a change, it's only this much. Only this much. There's only, a few people not grinding so hard this week. Like, what's going on? It's okay, because the last couple of weeks, man, it's been pages. I think we spent like 45 minutes talking about the achievements of the week. Like, here we can get down to the nitty gritty. But we'll get into this later. So let's talk a little bit about you. So one thing when I chatted with you the other day, you brought something up of what you do besides this, and I think that'd be a really cool, place to start.
Yeah, for sure. As a profession, about 15 years now, I've worked with kids and specifically at-risk youth. I started with teenagers, that were kind of at the end of their rainbow, so to speak, in a residential care facility and counseling them and working with them. And I was a coach as well. And so we had like team sports and everything was rehabilitation based. So they had been through some rough times. in their life and what have you. And we were kind of the last stop. And so just recently, in the last 4 years or so, I switched gears and went into public education. And so started with younger kids. I figured I would take what I learned with the teenagers and apply it to little kids. So I work specifically with, K through 5, but I dabble into the middle schools and the high schools as well. And I do a lot of work with adults. So teaching teachers and different educators how to intervene and set up behavior plans and deal with challenging behavior and things like that. So the reptiles for me, actually, they go hand in hand. When my brother was younger, he was having some of these difficulties. And I was sharing with you, Billy, that I did like basically an internship to graduate high school. We had to do 30 hours community service. And the gentleman that I interned with was the school psych for my brother. And he had been helping him, get through some troubles and some behavior issues. But his whole thing was intervening with kids with animal therapy. So this guy had, albino berms, and he was bringing in snakes, and he owned a zoo in northern Nevada. Yeah, he owned a zoo, so we went over to the zoo and we helped him out, like clean cages and stuff. He had hyena, he had lemurs, and it was great. He had a liger. It was insane. So when I finally got the official invite, we were keeping colubrids, we had corn snakes and always had reptiles at the house. And so when we got the big invite to the zoo, I was like, oh, this is life-changing. But I also seen what it was doing for kids. Just having animals, we talk about it all the time, as a positive coping mechanism. Reptiles do that for us as adults. And it definitely works for kids. So it goes hand in hand. Always wanted to help people, kids specifically, and then the animals just, it was a natural thing for me. So I find myself advocating for reptiles quite a bit. People are like, oh, they're slimy, I don't want to do this. Or I'm like, no, hold on. So every facility, I ended up running the last one, I was a manager there. Every building I've been a part of, I've always incorporated animals, so we had bearded dragons there, and kids, would have responsibilities with cleaning the cages, and I would teach them, about UVB light and do all the educational piece. So you get the educational piece and you get responsibilities. So yeah, animals are crucial and just a great opportunity, like a bridge. It really like lets people's guard down. I mean, you talk about it yourself, Billy, when you're at the shows, and there's all this fear and the parents like, oh, I don't want to touch it. It's really a neutralizer. Yeah. So anyways, that's really kind of what sparked our interest. And then, as time went on, we were always keepers. We had different species and what have you. And so when my daughter started showing interest, at a young age, I remember at preschool, she did a presentation on bearded dragons, and her preschool teacher's like, did you hear what that child just said? Because she was giving a presentation. She said, yeah, my bearded dragon is hypomelanistic, so they're like, what? Yeah. So ever since then, she's just been crazy about it, and we found you guys and lots of other people doing similar thing. This community has been huge. But she loves you guys, Billy. That, she's writing you letters. You guys got that IMG boa. She's like, oh, that thing's crazy. That iridescence is crazy.
So awesome.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to continue to, pull her along. I was listening to Chad's when he was a guest with you guys, and he was just like, yeah, my daughter got me into it and what have you. And it's similar to us, Maddie's really the driving force of how we really, built a bridge to being serious about it. And then like, I think Miguel shared lots of times his daughter got him into it, but then now she doesn't want anything to do with it. And so yep. I'm hoping to continue to keep the interest. So she still wants to be a part of everything, but we've taken it on. We talk a lot about family. We're all involved. Everybody in our household's doing a part, from making shirts and those types of things. We do it in-house. Awesome. To caring for the animals and everything, the whole 9 yards. So it's really a part of how we operate, how we cope, and how we really like deal with things. So I'm actually in the middle of studying positive leadership, and so
say what?
Yeah,
there's a whole positivity.
There's a whole science behind it.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because I think that's one of the things that's been driving this community lately. And more people, there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of stuff that's always going to be out there. There's always going to be the little niche communities and the little, I don't want to call them groupies, but little people that sort of, you know, they're in this clique and this clique, but,
Yep.
you know, it's all cool and all, but as long as we can all be together and still, you know, people can have different opinions and different
sure.
wants. And, you know, I don't like certain genes. You might, I love certain genes. You may hate them. That's all cool, man. That's just, we should all just get along.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, I think understanding positive psychology as a science is huge because you influence it. You have control over it. You know I hear Austin talking a lot about putting things into the atmosphere and it becoming true, but there's really these categories that Dr. Seligman, who was the president of the American Psychological Association, came up with. So he had seen that for years and years and years, everybody was studying what's wrong with people, right? What's going on with them? Let's give them a diagnosis. But he wanted to know what was right with people. And so in his research, what he found was that positive emotion, engagement, it's this acronym PERMA, positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, and achievement. And the irony is that what we do in reptiles checks off all those boxes.
Yep.
You know, it brings you great joy to take care of your animals. All right. That's a positive emotion. Okay. The engagement is this community that we've all built, you know, being a part of it, contributing to it positively, right? The relationships that we take from these things. You know, I have people across the country, across the world that are willing to meet and talk shop in a drop of a dime. You don't get that very many places, you know. And then the meaning is the strategy, right? The strategy that we're putting into this, you know, the thought that goes into it, the time, the investment. Some people are doing it full time, right? It's their livelihood. So it brings great meaning. And then the achievement is when it all comes together, right? So like, hey, I hit this monsoon, or hey, we had these odds, they all came together, and it just blows your mind. And it's just cool to see when everybody else's, you know, piece comes together. It doesn't even have to be ours.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. And so we do it all the time and we just don't know the name for it. And so really it's about being intentional and making sure that you're getting, there's this whole other, you know, theory that involves need satisfaction and making sure your needs are getting right or getting met, and then you flourishing. Because people are like, are you happy? Well, happy is so gray.
Yeah.
Right. But are you flourishing? Are you feeling confident in what you're doing? Are you feeling fulfilled in what you're doing? And I think so many people get out because some part of that process that we just discussed isn't being fulfilled, right? Whatever it is, maybe their relationships went south. Maybe the meaning behind why they got into animals has diminished.
Yeah.
And so it's just really important to keep those things at the forefront of your thoughts. So I'm all game, you know, I'll piggyback all day off of Monday motivations and all these positive vibes conversations. You know, one person that comes to mind for me in this community is Sal, from House of Gaia, man. I mean, I'll feed off of him all day. You know, he's definitely giving me what I need with his positivity. We talk often, and he's just a stellar dude.
Yeah. And Canadian, baby.
Yeah. It's good to have those people surrounding you, you know, and because there's inevitably going to be things that go south. You know, I was just sharing with Billy, I was filming last night and I was using a new device. I went to go pull the data off of the camera and it stopped at 1 minute, 47 seconds. Like, it was a 10-minute film.
Yeah. And you can never get that back.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Man. So now we're going to look at eggs that are already cut. You know, I'll just supplement it and versus dwelling on it and making it this negative thing, you know, and just, you know, taking it out on other people. There's just a lot of ways to kind of flip your switch and cope and deal with things. And so I think people don't talk about that enough. You know, you have control over your destiny. You know, I agree with Austin 100%. Put those vibes into the atmosphere. You know, a lot of times they come true and they come to reality. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. So many things, like, you know, on Patreon, when I put out those, you know, Motivation Monday quotes, same shit, man. I mean, you think about it and you look at it, it's like, yeah, you know, like I think today's was, if you make a change today, that'll affect fucking tomorrow. And it does, you know, if you do something today that's positive, you're going to get an effect tomorrow and the day after. But Absolutely. Too many people like, you know what? I'm the king of it sometimes. You know what? I'll put it on a little note. I'll do it tomorrow. And then something else comes and tomorrow becomes tomorrow. And it's like, shit, if I just did that 2 weeks ago, I'd already see results now. Fuck, let me do it now. Oh, no, maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. So tomorrow never works.
No, but sometimes you got to juggle, like, you know, especially when, you know, you put a whole bunch on your shoulders, you know, you can't do, and I'm a king of that. You know what? Oh, hey, my schedule is free. Oh, let me fill it. Like, you know, oh shit, I overfilled it. And I'm just used to that. I've always worked best under stress and having so much on my plate. And I don't know how it works, you know. I mean, Austin can tell you how stressful I am. Some days it's like fucking, he's like, dude, you know what? I got like 5 more minutes of you, dude, and I'm fucking out of here, man. Like, I can't deal with you anymore.
Long break.
Yeah, and it's like
water break.
Yeah,
right, water break.
You know, I think that's why he has so many water breaks to get away from me for a little bit.
This guy's hydrated.
Yeah, man, it's like, but yeah, I mean, it's something where there's so many things to do, and like you said, you know, there's so many things to be successful, and if you know, something's not driving you, or you have a few of those pieces that aren't there, you're not into it anymore, you know? And
yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, you know, guys closing shop, you know, and I'm always interested in what's causing that. You know, it can't completely be financial, right? There's something driving you to say, hey, I'm just done, you know? And so, you know, figuring that out beforehand, because you guys, especially you, Billy, you know that there's been great people in this industry that are no longer in it because they got overwhelmed or lost their vision or lost their path. And, you know, with maybe a tweak here or a tweak there, they could still be doing it, you know?
And don't forget, I mean, shit happens in this industry, you know, that you don't expect. There's stuff that is just, you know, life gets in the way, you know? You know, family members or people, you know, it's like, you know what, like it's time to separate, or, you know, your job you just lost, or there's so many things that can affect your state of mind and you know, oh shit, like now what do I do, you know? So it's tough. And I think that's one of the things why I like being so positive, because I have shitty fucking days. But I you know, I mean, only people that will ever see that is my staff, you know, because I usually tell them what the fuck's going on. But, you know, if you saw me on the street and I just, you know, I would like, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, you know, I'd still be the happy-go-lucky Billy. And, oh, cool, man. Oh, that guy's so, you know, oh, man, it's so great to be him. Some days, but some days it's a struggle too, right? Don't always think because somebody looks happy or they're walking or they're just doing their job that everything's okay with them. I mean, they you don't know what the fuck's going on at home, if they even have a fucking home. Like, it's crazy what we assume, you know, and not many people come to the front and say, hey, you know what, this is what's going on in my life. So they sort of hide it, and they just sort of, you know, just do what they do because they have to go to work and they have to keep a smile on their face and they don't really want people knowing it. So they act like nothing's wrong. But meanwhile, holy fuck, like one bad negative thing to that person could just push them over the edge. You don't fucking know. And, you know, here in this industry, in our hobby, there's so much drama but, you know, we really have to be positive because, you know, you've seen it in my YouTube videos. Like, shit doesn't always go the way you want. You know, we had fucking eggs the other day, and it's like, yeah, we go look at them. Something's smelling in the incubator room. Like, fuck, the whole clutch. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, damn, I mean.
Yeah, you know that smell when you smell it.
Unfortunately.
It's a nightmare.
And it's like, not that clutch, not that motherfucking that clutch. Like, you know, so, yeah, I mean, just, you know, you got to be prepared. I don't even think it's our industry, any business. You can't just, well, I'm saying, I shouldn't say you can't, but for you to go invest money and put your time in and make sure everything's going to be perfect and you're never going to have a hiccup or like, look at all these people that have had businesses for 15, 20 years. COVID just came. Guess what? They've lost their businesses. They're closing restaurants after 50 fucking years. Like, you know, you never know. You got to be there to make adjustments, you know. Things can go great, but you also got to sit there and be prepared for the shit that's going to be thrown at you. You know,
I think there's two parts to that, Billy. I mean, when we're dealing with people that we have zero idea what's going on behind the scenes, it's about leading with grace. You just don't. You can't assume. You can't, even if they have a smile on their face, you can't assume everything's great and happy. You know, just being graceful in that, and then always being prepared as much as you can, because you can't necessarily prepared for the unprepared, but you know something's going to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you own a house, like your water heater is going to go out. If you own it long enough, It's going to happen.
And it's going to go out when it's the fucking, like, that long weekend, right, where you can't get someone to fucking come and fix it. I mean, it's always like, are you kidding me? Like, I'll take the fucking broken, like, why? But why didn't you do it 2 days ago?
Always the worst.
It's always at the worst
Flat
time.
tire on a family vacation, all, you know.
Stuck in the middle with, in the middle of a fucking, like, remote road where, like, there's, you got to wait 20 minutes for someone to come by and hopefully they stop and you get no fucking cell phone reception, really? Your car jack isn't, you got the tire, but the car jack isn't there. Like, where the fuck's the jack? Oh, I used it to do that other thing. Fuck, I forgot to put it back. It's crazy.
Right. I let Austin borrow it. He never put it back.
Oh, Austin borrowed my ultrasound and he hasn't brought it back because he fucked his knee up. Speaking of, yeah. So see that? Real life situation. You still have the ultrasound, don't you?
Yeah.
You took it Saturday, and he's supposed to bring it back today, Monday. But yesterday, he says, I'm in the hospital. I got to fucking go to the doctor's office, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck. So I can't even fucking ultrasound until this. You should have had your mom bring it by today, too.
I should have.
Oh,
DoorDash.
See? But you see what happens? Real life situation. We have a super chat.
I got 2. First one's from Black Smoke Reptiles. Shout out to Rodney, Billy, and Austin. Love the show and hope everyone has a great week. And the second one is from Alan Johnson. What is the biggest advice you can give to someone for their first year of breeding?
Mm-hmm.
To all advice 8 years owning bulbs. First year building to breed.
So let's see that. Biggest advice you can give to someone for their first year breeding.
Infrastructure. Have all your stuff ready. I can't tell you how many times I heard like, oh dang, here came this clutch and I didn't have an
incubator.
Yeah. My first thing would be infrastructure. Make sure your stuff is sound, your temps are right, all the stuff you need just to make sure you're ready. And then I'm sure these guys can expand on that. But yeah, that would be mine.
Yeah, I mean, equipment's key. Be prepared, even if, I've had people buy animals. I've even happened to me, years ago. You buy an animal. Oh, I'm going to breed it next year. And, it stopped eating. And it's like, what the hell? And then 3 months later, it's sitting on eggs. Like, what the hell,
Right.
So always, if you're going to breed, always have the equipment ahead of time. I mean, that's great. But I'm going to just say that, what? Breed, own, purchase, and have goals of what you want to make, not what's the coolest thing or what I did or Justin or everyone, what the market is or what everyone's sharing. Stick within your budget, get some experience behind you and breed and own what you like. And I think that's key. What about you, Austin?
Pretty much what you guys already said, but like getting females at first is definitely one of the first things. Like I would say, get all your females your first year breeding. Make sure that your females are up to size. Make sure they're eating properly, and then focus on the males because your females are what's going to give you the eggs. A lot of people focus on just putting a male in there. Make sure your female's eating. She's doing well. She's thick enough because or else she's going to give you slugs. It's not a good sight at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's cliche anymore because so many people say it, but yeah, getting in the projects that you enjoy seeing and working with and have aspirations of making it better is priceless. That's like, I don't think that you could put enough emphasis on that. Because at the end of the day, these are your animals. You're going to be looking at them. If they don't bring you joy, if you're not happy with the direction they go, I mean, you're wasting a lot of energy and finances. So.
Yeah, and especially if you're holding stuff back. I mean, they're in your rack for years. If you don't like the look of them or they don't excite you to look at them, I mean, I don't know why the fuck you're doing it. Like, I mean, I have a couple animals that I bought just to get into the project because I know I'm going to want 2 years down the road. But every time I open the tub, I'm like, I fucking hope I can use this. Like, it doesn't excite me. But I do have a little bit of, I'm not going to mention the genes. Sunset. That's just me, right? Personally.
Yeah.
But we have another shout out. Take it away, Austin.
It's from Crete Royal Pythons. Huge shout out to Billy and the MC crew. Amazed at where the industry has come after my 10-year hiatus. Yeah. Keep up the amazing work and can't wait to see where 2021 takes everyone.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's amazing.
A lot has changed.
I mean, in 10 years, it's been insane. I mean,
Night and day.
so many things have changed in 10 years just on itself. But yeah, this industry specifically is just crazy.
Yep. So Jason, Morph Mixology Reptiles. He basically, where is it? Are they not doing it with everyone at Billy's anymore? No. So behind me, this is the actual, I'm actually sitting in the middle of the room with the signs behind me. I'd be sitting right now on the middle of the big table that we were all sitting at. So what we've done is we've moved the table now to the facility. I believe next week. So next week will be the first time I'll be doing it at the facility. I don't know if Austin might be there. I'm not sure. But I'll be doing these now from the facility. I'm not going to, well, I guess, no, I'm not really going to show it off because within another week or so, I've got the wallpaper coming in, that really cool wallpaper. And I got the electrician coming in, taking this huge light above me. I'm taking it down. He's going to reinstall it in the center of the room. And we're going to get everything done. And I'm not going to use my laptop. We'll, get a little bit more professional over there. But at least that way, when we're at the facility working, we don't have to leave, go find some food, and then, end up coming here. And then, pretending, we try to do these in 3 hours, but sometimes we've done 4.5, 5 hours, and fucking 12 o'clock, these guys are walking out the door. They got another 45-minute drive home. See you at 8 in the morning, guys.
Cleaning tubs in the morning, right?
I'll be in at fucking 10 and 11. Yeah, okay, no worries. But it's just a lot easier. But I think now, just because everything's been moved and, Austin's, especially now, imagine, we didn't do, it's almost like, because Austin wouldn't have been here and neither would Lord because he wouldn't have been able to drive. So it'll be like, oh, fuck, so at least now we already prepared ourselves to do this and it worked. So, but yeah, from now on, they'll be at the facility. Whether we'll be bringing Austin in or whatever, I don't even know if Austin's going to be around next week. Fucking,
Let's see what they say tomorrow.
Yeah, but you got to take care of that shit because it's your leg, right? And if it doesn't, it's going to keep re-injuring and
ice and elevate, man.
It's not like not like an arm, right? Where you can walk around, you can do things, one-handed. No. When one of your legs is fucked, unless you can hop, one-legged hop all the time,
Yeah, but if I mess up and I use my other leg, I'm done.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to take that. So, podcasts now will be, and live streams will be done from the facility, which will be cool. Get a little bit more stuff going on there. Cool little room that we're designing and, getting into play. So that'll be cool. And then, what's awesome is when people come into town, they're already coming to the facility. It's not like, hey, man, let's drive half an hour to my place. It's like, what the fuck? No, I want to stay here, Yeah, cool. So now you can. So we can do everything live right from the facility. And when people come by to see the tour, they're like, oh, my God, this is where you film YouTube. Oh, this is where you do the podcast. So they can actually see, all the different fundamentals that we do and stuff like, oh, there's the fucking, here's the facility. Oh, I remember this. Here's the basketball court. Oh, here's where Austin fucking has his, gets hydrated. So, you guys get to actually be there and see sort of, all the moving parts of mutation creation, which will be cool. So, it'd be neat.
Yeah, I mean, it's already awesome, Billy. I mean, you guys are doing a fantastic job. So, from the outside looking in, I mean, just so all the multiple species that you guys are getting into it's a cool deal for sure.
Yeah, no, we're excited. But it's just so much to do still. There's so much. I mean, we still got more racking to come in and finishing it off. And I want to do something out the back. We got to go get, barbecue now. Barbecue's coming probably this week. Yeah. So, we can start fucking.
Who's the cook on the team? Billy?
I can, but, I mean, if you ever watch Lord of Lions stories,
I've been,
fuck, man, that guy's kind of like, what the fuck? It's like he's barbecuing all day long. Yes. So
he's hired.
Yeah. Well, you might just be doing it.
Right. So, either way, for the good of the team, all the aroma.
But here's another one.
Alan Johnson. Thank you. I learned to sex for myself. I started with 6, now I have 47 ball pythons. Wanted and enjoyed with a lot of projects for the next 10 years. LOL. I've been planning and doing all my research and watching mutation creation videos.
Awesome. No, that's awesome. You're up to 47 now. Damn, see?
It's a big jump.
It's addictive. But no, that's great. And like I said, I mean, as long as everything that we do, I mean, we don't always teach everything. I'm not going on really, and my whole point wasn't to go on YouTube and teach. It was more to just to show you what we did and just, you know, and then we started, you know, seeing stuff that's needed, like people making mistakes, and we'd like to correct it. And hey, if this happens, this is how you do it. So it's amazing that people can learn and get, you know, inspired from what we do and what we put out, which is awesome, you know. So I think it's cool. I love being able to help people and inspire people and, you know, change their day. You know, even the mail, you know, when we do mail videos, you know, it's our worst viewed thing. But you know what? I'll have them every Monday.
Not for the person whose mail you're reading.
100%.
I mean, they're sharing it with their family. I can tell you right now, my whole entire family watched that video where you read Maddie's letter.
Maddie's letter, yeah, which is awesome.
It was a thing.
And I'm going to do that. Like, I have so many of those. I just got to sort of take time and sort of, okay, where am I going to make them? You know, sort of create some sort of piece and have all these, you know, I even save all the letters, you know, the letters and stuff. I have like boxes of them. I want to do something, especially with the kids' art and the, you know, stuff like that. It's just finding the right piece. You know, I don't want to just do it because, I should do it. I want to do it and do it right and have sort of like a featured place to do it and, you know, something cool like that.
That would be cool.
You know, some collage, but, you know, at the same time, I mean, it's just awesome. And, you know, like I said before, if I can do something and change, you know, say their name and just showcase them or read what they're saying. And, you know, a lot of people send us little jokes and little things and it's like, oh, this is awesome. And I mean, they put time and effort in. The least I can do is give you guys a shout back. And I mean, it doesn't really do anything except take, you know, half an hour out of our day to film a video and thank people and hopefully, you know, give them a push and give them some inspiration to keep going and moving forward. And I am seeing a lot more people do it, which is great. And, you know, if people can sort of duplicate it in different ways or just keep that, you know, momentum rolling, I think it's amazing, you know? So
yeah, it's a huge inspiration for people, Billy. I mean, it really, to be honest with you, you know, I feel like helps kind of push the needle a little bit for people to want to take the next step. Like even these folks right here are sharing like, hey, I just learned how to sex my own snakes. That's huge. You know, for some people that have been doing it, you know, 20 years, okay, maybe they're not as, you know, in tune with that. It's just part of the job. But for somebody that's just getting, that's a huge, that's huge.
It's huge. Because now when you go and meet somebody and you buy an animal, you can make sure you're not buying, you know, that female that 2 years later when you breed it turns into a male. No, it was always a male. You just didn't know because, you know,
3-year mistake.
I remember going, it's like, yeah, you know, I didn't bring my probe kits, but here, you know, that was a thing back in the day, you know. I didn't bring my probe kit. I thought I brought my probe kit. Oh, here, so I'll pop it for you. Oh, I've heard of that term, popping, yeah. And he would push. Yeah, so you know hemipenes. Okay. I'd take it home. Didn't know anything. I didn't even have a probe kit. I still to this day don't. So I would feed it, and, you know, I'd have probably a female name for it, feed it and then just get it. Then I would pair it like, you know, finally at 3 or 4 years later, because, you know, we were supposed to drop our temps for 4 months and everybody would go off of food and, you know, drop temps at night and lower and do a cycle. And then finally 3 or 4 years later when she was big enough to breed, it turned out to be a male and it really sucked. So if you can learn how to do that, it's not only for you to sort of sex your own animals to sell so you know what you're selling, but also when you're buying. Because I've had so many people, hey, Billy, I bought an animal from a pretty reputable breeder. I got it in, I didn't check. It's like 2 years later, it's a male. It's sold to me as a female. I'm like, damn, you know, and it's like, I can't fucking believe I never ever thought to check. And it's like, dude, don't worry. I've done it many times. I mean, I've actually labeled shit. Ask Austin. I labeled a bunch of animals, and they're all females, and he's like, Billy, man, that's a male.
Even the Enchi Dreamsicle, you labeled it as a male.
Oh yeah, even the Enchi Dreamsicles, it fucking turned out to be a female, and I'm like, fuck. So, yeah, I mean, it's. I want to get in, and I've gotten into a habit of it. Even though I have it marked, like the stuff I have for sale, it's marked as a female. You know, I'll go, and if someone's inquiring about it, I'll go check and I'll double check it. Also, if somebody comes and picks up the animal, you know, I'll double check it right in front of them to just make sure 100%. But you should check your animals once they come in. And, you know, my advice to anybody out there that has bought an animal from somebody, especially someone that has a name or wants to, you know, is building a name and trying to be reputable, reach out to them and, you know, hey, you know what, this animal I've got, and here's the thing, you probably have the picture of that animal when you bought it, or you can search it, you know, because you're doing messages back and forth. And you're probably taking pictures. Hey, look at this picture I got from Mutation Creation. Wow. You know, it's archived on your fucking Instagram or wherever else you're posting it. So you call me a year and a half later, and I did make the mistake because, you know, we're all human, and, you know, shit could happen. And it's like, are you sure? And it's like, yep, no, that's definitely a male. You know, let me see a picture of it. Nope, that's definitely the fucking supposed female I sold you. You know, I'm going to compensate you somehow or give you another animal, or we'll figure it out. You know, it was my mistake. And, you know, you can't say, oh, well, you had it for a year and a half. That's not my problem anymore. Sure it is. You know, you know, you got to take some sort of, like, it is your mistake. So, you know, but, you know, you should check when you get an animal right away to make sure it is what it is. Just because it's a lot easier to deal with it at the time of the transaction or you know, days later than it is like a year and a half later. But
that's great best practice for sure.
Yeah. So, Alan Johnson killing with the super chats today.
So Alan Johnson, I wanted to breed due to the fact I bought a 2,800 gram female Mojave, had her for a few weeks, went to check on her one afternoon. She was wrapped around 9 eggs. Knowing nothing, I lost them all, drowning 3 blue-eyed Lucies.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. That sucks.
I mean, that's back to infrastructure, you know. But I mean, at that point, you probably weren't even aspiring to
ready,
you know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it happens to many people. Like, I mean, I've had people call me. It's like, hey, what do I do? I bought this animal. I'm like, you know. Oh, I don't, you know, and so, you know, I have a friend that, you know, is like a half an hour away. I'm like, yeah, you know what, transport them, make sure they're not rolling, put them somewhere. And I mean, it's better than nothing, you know, and especially nowadays. So right now, if you're going to order an incubator or a rack, you're 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks plus out. So if you think you're going to start breeding, you know, you're starting to pair now, you don't have an incubator, you better stop pairing or start finding an incubator now if you don't have one, because delays, there's so many people behind on, incubators right now, especially if they're built in with thermostats. I know if you call Greg West from Cornell's World, fuck, he can make you as many fucking ones as you want in you know 5, 6 weeks. Problem is, thermostats, that no one has them. So he can make you as many incubators you want, but no thermostats. So, you know, and thank God I thought ahead. I actually, you know, I'm like, oh, look how many controllers I have, thermostats I have. Just in case, let me have 2 more or 3 more on the side. And I end up having like 10 extra probes, just in case a rat got out or chewed or something got cut or one was defective. So I always have extra stuff. And which is great, because if I have something go out right now, I'm like, okay, oh, fuck. Like, I have a whole rack out now. I have 2 brand new in a box that I can just pull out and have just in case. And you really got to sort of be prepared for worst case scenarios, have extra, you know.
That's something Earl talks a lot about, you know, and why he wanted to do the dry goods stuff. He's like, you just can't buy this stuff anywhere. You know, you have to plan ahead, you have to order it, you have to wait the wait times, you know, and so he's seen that opportunity to get into that avenue of things with the dry goods stuff. But it, yeah, you can't just go to the store and grab it. It's just not going to happen. So if you have eggs, you're in trouble. So,
yep. I mean, there's so many things that you've got to prepare for. And if you prepare for it, when it happens, cool. But there's things that you just, no matter what, you can be the most prepared MF on the planet. And you know what? Something's going to, oh, fuck, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, my God, I can't believe that happened. It fucking does somehow, some way, you know. Someone's going to fucking, throw an iron or a wrench in your, what the fuck's that saying? Throw a wrench in your gears or something?
Yeah, in your gears.
And your plans and your whatever.
For sure.
Zach, Nava Reptiles. Go ahead, Austin.
Just want to say thanks again to Rodney. He's a great guy. He was super supportive of me when I was way earlier on in this than I even am now.
Thanks, brother. Absolutely.
That's it, man. Zach.
Yep.
Marshall Platts.
Yeah. When I wasn't knee deep in the school, Billy, I was making more appearances, and Zach reached out to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, I like your logo, whatever." Like, I was like, "Absolutely," and so I sent him over a shirt. And I feel like that's another thing. We're not big enough where stuff's just being produced like crazy. We're literally on the weekends we're making stuff. We'll order stickers or whatever, but we're making the stuff, and so. When I send stuff out, it's a connection, it's not just a t-shirt, it's a connection. And so
100%.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to connect with Zach.
Go ahead, Austin.
Marshall Platts, sipping on some nice bourbon, listening to my boy Rodney. What's up, man?
Marsh. Yeah. Team Lace. He's in it. So I can't wait to see what he does with all the lace stuff.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about the lace. I mean, I got a few now, and I'm so excited, but I can't wait to see what people are doing with it. And it's awesome. It's pretty awesome stuff. It's pretty cool.
It is really cool, especially with the stuff that you already have going, Billy. I mean, just add lace. Oof, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. I still got to learn what it's all about. That's why I thank God I got a super lace, so you know what I mean?
That's what I did.
Yeah. I'm not going to fuck up. Yeah, it's like,
right.
How many animals do you think we have that we have no fucking idea what they are, but they're female? So, it's like, is this a fucking banana orange dream, lesser cinnamon, fire, calico, possible yellow belly, possible mahogany, possible fucking enchi? Like, it's crazy, some of the stuff. I don't know. Well, it's 5 or 6 genes. Let's fucking keep it anyways. There's so many we have. I don't want to add lace to that now. I had a clutch. Is this a fucking lace or I don't know. Let's fucking keep them all. So I want to start knowing. So that way when we start hitting stuff that we've had and we've made a lot of, when there's lace involved, now we can compare it to stuff we've already had, and we can start picking up on the lace, the tones, the color, the pattern changes, some of the, maybe the markers it has, or identifiers. So, but yeah,
I'm glad
really
you guys are working it. That makes me excited.
Yeah, no, I really like it. Yeah. I mean, I think Justin has some white lace, something coming. It's just like, what?
Just
super lace, or he has the possibility of hitting like a super lace desert ghost clown with some other genes. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I don't know what the odds are on it, but I mean, fuck, if he hits it, it's gonna be like fucking mind blowing, Yeah. So, it's pretty cool.
An exciting time of the year, man. All this stuff, all these, eggs coming out and clutches being cut. I can't. The next 4 months, the eye candy is real.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. I think there's a lot of people, and what's good about the industry now, it's not just people. Well, there are people still doing it, and they're gonna see how it's not really gonna be beneficial to them in the long run. And they're going to see other people that are doing it right keep succeeding and doing much better than what they're doing. And they're not buying animals to try to reproduce as many as they can. Mm-hmm. They're actually doing stuff. They're working a gene into multiple genes, into multiple projects to see what the power or what it can do or how it can change or modify or, you're going to see a lot of that stuff. Like lace, I've heard of lace for years. I've heard of a lot of genes for years. Guess what? Someone decided to put it into a couple things. It's like, holy shit, look at that. Now it gets some traction. And then when people are working it and now putting it into different things, it's like, holy shit, now look at the power of this. So I think it's great because people are taking genes that are out there that, you know, some of the big breeders or other people, they're just like, you know what, push it to the side. And they're going to do it. And it's like, fuck, I could have had so much of that. Or I could have been the one making those. Damn
Red
it.
stripe.
Huh?
You know,
red stripes.
There's a ton of
Spot.
them.
No, I mean, fuck, there's so
Spot,
many.
yeah.
There's so many.
It's crazy.
So, a couple super chats.
Yep, we got Octavio Garcia. Glad to see Rodney on here. Keep rocking, brother.
Yeah, my man. Thank you.
Then we got Alan Johnson again.
He's
Thank
on
you.
fire.
Thank you for all you do. I was not out to breed. That made me want to breed and now know what to do. And never let that happen again. I brought her as a pet. I'm in search for black pastel for long-term projects.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's crazy because I know a lot of people to this day just buy like amazing animals and they have a collection. And they don't want to breed. And I'm like, oh, that'll change. And 5 years later, it hasn't changed. And then I know some people, it's like, no, I just want to raise them up and buy them small. And then 6 months later, you know, especially when people are hatching shit, it's like, fuck it, man. You know what? I'm going to still grow these up, but I want to get some proven breeders. I need to make some shit now. It looks so cool, you know?
How much for these adult females?
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, things change, man. I mean, you know, nothing wrong with starting out small and raising them up. But then you also want to get your foot wet. You also want to, you know, get some experience and get that, you know, not only get experience in knowing what you're doing, but feel that fulfillment. Like, oh my God, I did it. Oh my God, this is the coolest thing. Holy Christ. It's unreal. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, really just being mentally prepared for the roller coaster. I mean, when you step into the realm of breeding, it's just such a high and low, like emotions are just all over the place, you know, from like we talked about earlier, clutches maybe not manifesting and turning into what you wanted because they went bad or whatever, or a probe coming loose. Yeah, just so many things, you know, it's just, you have to be mentally prepared and it's draining. The highs are great. You know, when you cut open that egg and you see what you wanted to see and you hit, those are great, but the lows they're there too. And just have to be realistic with yourself, you know, and sometimes I think people struggle with that. And that's where they, you know, like we talk about in the professional world, you know, that's where the burnout comes in, you know, and I hate to see that, especially with animals and these great collections, you know, especially like you said, Billy, people 10 years deep into projects, you know, and they get burnt out. It's like, man, so.
No, it is crazy. But, no, it's nuts. And I just want people to realize also, and that's one of the reasons why I do a lot of my videos and I show the good and the bad. Just because you're bigger and have a lot of experience doesn't mean your females are going to, oh, fuck, I can't slug out now for mutation creation. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm in this nice place. I better fucking give him what he wants. No, they don't do that. I wish they did. But no, they slug out. They stop eating or like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. So, you know, you've seen it. I've hit twins. I've cut them. Wow, look at twins, you know. Hey, the first one's out. Hey, the first one died. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not all fucking perfect. And the more you have, the more chances and the risk of you having more animals not eating, more animals giving you slugs, you know, more animals going bad. But you bounce back, you learn from your mistakes and try to find out why it happened and change it so it doesn't happen again.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it's crazy, man. But it is such an awesome hobby. And,
right.
You know, if you do, and you will, when you make mistakes or shit happens, it sucks. But then, you know, you keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing because, you know, you should be in it for you know, the enjoyment, the love, and you know, the passion of the animals and, you know, setting goals. And, yeah, oh, shit, you know what I mean? I got knocked down. Oh, well, does that mean your goals are gone? No. They're gone if you don't want to chase them anymore. But you keep chasing them. Guess what? When you hit that, you're like, holy fuck. Remember 2 years ago when holy fuck, like, look at now. Thank God I stayed in. And you know what? When you get that achievement, there's nothing like it, you know? Because not only did you do what you set out to do, you fucking jumped over hoops and hurdles and got kicked and you got back up. And it makes that fucking moment 1,000 times more you'll never want to not keep going.
That's the accomplishment piece.
100%.
The last part in the acronym. Yeah, I mean, and what you're describing, Billy, is perseverance. It's grit. When there's, I have had a lot of conversation this week with some people that went through some tough times. I said, hey, out of bad comes good. I had a professor tell me that at a young age, and I didn't really understand what he talked about until I lived through it the next, 15 plus years.
Yep.
But, it always stayed with me. Out of bad comes good. So just really finding the good in tough situations is huge. And I've been an athlete my whole life. So what you just described is exactly what sports are. You bounce back, you make an error, you jump back in. It's the same situation.
Yeah,
we're just doing it now with high dollar animals.
Yeah, you think about even with athletes, man, they train, the sacrifices they did, the fucking working out, the training, for their life, and now they're a professional athlete making millions and a living, and guess what? They fuck up their leg or they get in an accident, they can never play again. Oh, well, he's got enough fucking money. Yeah, he might to live, but guess what? Everything he's about, his whole mindset, everything that he wakes up and breathes is gone. He would rather fuck. I guarantee you, most of these athletes would say, "Take my money to get those skates back on, or let me play again." Because their goal wasn't to fucking do this for money. It was because they loved it, and because they loved it, they put the time in, the passion. They tried to excel. The money came after that, and the same thing with breeding. Money will come. But if you're in it for money and you don't have anything else, you get a little hiccup or a bad season, you're fucking gone faster than you came. You know what? You got to do this and love it. And you know what? If you really truly love this, you put your work, you put your effort in, you do the right stuff, you keep learning, you get that experience behind you and learn all the different assets, because it's not just buying snakes, breeding them, feeding them, cleaning them. There's marketing yourself, social media. There's, how to, brand yourself, how to, talk to your customers, how to have your supply chains. I mean, there's so much. And if you don't do that, you're just going to go you have to love it in order to make it so great. And then when you get there, believe me, the money will come in, but you need to, you got to have something driving you or pushing you to get there and to get over all these fucking obstacles and the stuff that is going to happen, I don't know one person that can say, oh, I've never had a fucking snake regurge. I've never had a snake reabsorb. I've never had slugs. I've never had animals die. Go bullshit. It's not happening unless you have one. You know what I mean? You've never bred it. You know what I mean? Shit happens. Be prepared. It's not like, you get to be a big breeder and it all goes away. It doesn't, man. So
it multiplies.
100%. Yeah. But you play the number game, So, if we're breeding 200 females and 50 don't breed or 50 stop eating or 50 lay slugs, well, I got 50. But Billy, you had 150. Yeah, but the 50.
Right.
Wrong fucking mindset. Right. Don't dwell on the 50 shitty. Dwell on the 150 good. Because if you're doing it right, the 150 good is way better than the 50 shitty. Yep. So, there's so much to learn, guys. I'm still learning, I'm sure Austin said a couple, there's a few things that he's like, Billy, man, how long you been doing this for? Yeah, but it's like, Billy, it's fine. Just fucking think about it. It's like, when you breathe and you think about it, it's like, yeah, you're right, but, it's good for me to, bring stuff up and think, right? But I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's something to say for just constantly updating yourself too. We're not too much different than the iPhones that are in our pockets, or the smartphones for that matter. We constantly need to update our approaches, our strategies, our mindsets. I think even in the last, 5 years or so, things have evolved.
Oh, 100%.
So much, like
market for fuck's sakes.
In the matter of a year, you had one product come out and then somebody upgraded that product, and we're all like,
wow.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get those.
Yeah.
But things are constantly evolving. It's just happening so fast at a rapid rate. You got to stay on top of it.
Yeah. Look at even Morph Market. Morph Market came out, which is just, it's such a key tool for many reasons.
Right.
They keep upgrading it. They make it better. They're adding things to it. They're making it more accessible. And I've had it, more different animals and different species on it. So they're continuing to make it better and better. I mean, in 5 years, I guarantee you it's not going to be the same functional as it is today. It's going to be different because they see the need, the want, and it's better for them to keep upgrading it because, it's a platform that everyone uses, and it's a benefit for them to keep putting it in and stuff like that. So,
for sure.
But yeah, everything in the different sizes of tubs now and different methods and the thermostats now that are Wi-Fi, which I love. So who knows, man? I mean, they might come out with a rack where every tub has a fucking its own camera. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be fucking sick. Like, what's going on in tub fucking 65? Bing, comes on, you can view it. It'd be fucking pretty badass.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, no.
Right. You don't have to slide it open anymore and have your animal throw back up the rat or unlock or whatever. You just, they're locked. Great.
And a fucking rodent food dispenser. Like,
Boo, boo.
automatic food dispenser. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty badass. So you never know.
Maybe
man.
the next generation they'll get those perks.
Those guys had to manually feed every one of those animals. What the fuck?
That?
Can you believe that? Like, you never know. That could be a discussion. Like,
Right.
Look at these fuckers. Like, they actually had to manually feed each one. What a bunch of assholes. Like, fucking idiots.
Right.
You never know, man. But
I mean, it wasn't too long ago when we were rolling up our own windows. Now everything's a button. So,
Yep. No, it's crazy, man. So that's hilarious.
Right.
Yeah, rolling over, fucking.
Yeah. Hey, can you get that? Right. You didn't have a seatbelt on, so you could get it. You know, that was the thing.
Even the door, right? If, to open the door, you couldn't just hit unlock. You had to literally go over and lean over and pull it up. Fuck. People are like, you did?
People are riding in the back of pickups. It's
crazy.
People look at you. They'd probably call somebody to come take you away from your kids.
That's mental.
Put kids in the back of the pickup.
Yeah.
Right.
Animals too. Fucking dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What shirt you wearing, Austin? Is that the one I think it is?
Pages Pythons.
Nice. Slacking or no?
Oh, they're definitely not slack. I can't get up to show you though.
Yeah, because
You're
he's
good,
fucking. Don't get up. Don't. He's gonna get up, fall off the chair, and then he's fucking
I see
like.
it. IG for sure.
Now he break. I broke my fucking shoulder. My collarbone's broken now with my leg. Austin's, we'll call him. What was the guy's name in that movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame? What was his name? Anyone know? That's what we'll call you.
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. Yeah, we're gonna call Ozzy King Quasi.
Right.
King Quasimodo. Yeah. King Quasi.
Well, hopefully you get better news tomorrow, Austin. That's
I hope so.
the thing, definitely good vibes your way, man. We'll keep you
Thank you.
good on top for sure. Yeah, that stinks. So
Yeah, it sucked. How long were you at the doctor's office yesterday or the hospital?
Like 8 hours.
Fucking nuts.
the whole time, 8 hours.
Well, he had to go
it's
to
like-
get first, and then he had to go get x-rays, right? So,
Okay.
when you
Yeah.
go in one place, it's like, oh, yeah, let me send you over here. It's like, fuck.
Right.
The wait starts all over. Like, fuck.
That's
You know?
terrible.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
These guys going in the chat.
Yeah, they're all talking about the cars and, back in my day. So,
Surfing serpents. I still roll up my windows. Absolutely. Kudos. Yeah.
yeah, it depends, man. If you're rocking like a 69 fucking Camaro, yeah.
That's so funny you said that. I was thinking of how I can incorporate cars into this conversation today, and that's my favorite car.
Oh, yeah, mine too, man. 69 Camaro.
So sick.
Then you can go back like the 54, 55 Bel Airs. There's the Chargers, the Challengers, the Roadrunner, the
Mopar,
Barracuda.
Big
Fuck.
boys.
Yeah. I was actually looking a few years back at getting a muscle car, and I'm like,
Were you?
I still am. You never know. One
Get
day,
something
right?
to have in the garage and take to like a show or just a cruise, man.
Something like
Definitely.
that. But they're super awesome. I was actually looking even for like an old fucking Ford T, a Ford bucket T, man. Back in one of those things, and those are so sick. Like some of them are souped up.
sick.
Just to have as that odd one that you take out once in a while.
You just rocking the Dodge right now?
Yeah, and I have a Harley as well.
Okay.
But I've been looking at some cars. Maybe next year. I mean, I want to finish the facility.
For
You know,
sure.
Austin's been bugging me for a raise.
Okay. All right.
So
Hold
you know
off
what I
on
mean?
that car.
Yeah. So, but no, I definitely want to get into something. Summer's almost gone here, and you can't really go anywhere anyways. So, I think
Right.
this year I'm just going to finish, focusing on the facility. There's still a lot of stuff we want to do. But I mean, we're really happy where it's at. Like me and Austin were just talking the other day. It's like, fuck, like what a difference than the other place. Like just the tiniest little things we appreciate so much. But yet at the old facility, we were there for 5 years, and you know what? We were happy. It was great. People were like, wow, this place is awesome. And it was. But you know what? It's amazing how you can have something amazing now and have something even more amazing later.
There it is.
It is.
The evolution.
100%. And little things that we're doing.
How many months you guys been operating out there now, Billy?
No, I mean, we've had all the animals in there. The last day was actually, December 31st.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Going
So,
back fast.
yeah, we actually, but I think we've had some animals in there since October. But we were going back and forth between both facilities. But as of 2021, all the animals have been in the new facility. So we're almost at 6 months now, plus sort of half months between the two.
Right.
And we're still like, I mean, it was just like last week we're like, oh my God, is it like fucking so crazy? And little tiny things that's like, look, like, I can't believe this. Like it's just 6 months later, we're still excited about the new venture, and I mean I love it, and it's gonna.
And you haven't really even had like opportunities to show it off, like physically. Like when that starts happening, it's gonna be people.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot more stuff. Yeah, a lot more stuff that we're adding in now, and now the podcast room or the live stream room is going to be there. We got a lot more stuff coming. A few other different species. Fiji iguanas will be in probably a month or two. So a lot of cool looking stuff and rare stuff that we can film and also enjoy and just
I'm just trying to come beat that Pac-Man score. What's up, Austin?
Oh, I don't play Pac-Man.
No, which one do you play?
Just Galaga.
Galaga.
Yeah.
So I got to start playing Pac-Man too. But we haven't even touched that thing in about a month.
No,
I haven't touched it in like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
That's the one that's beatable then. I got to come when the opportunity presents itself.
Fly right now.
Right. He's like, get it.
But yeah, I mean, one thing I have been looking at now, so I put the new logo for Patreon, the one that's going to be up on all the new shirts as of this next month. So in 3 months, everybody will start getting stickers and stuff and all the new swag every 3 months with that new logo. So I got that on the back of the truck with the hashtag Mutation Creation Canada, the Instagram, the YouTube, and I have the quality in, quality out. But at the sides now, I'm going to actually get the orange Mutation Creation Canada on each side of the doors in that cool color. I think that'll look cool. But I've actually looked at it, I'm like, fuck it, you know what? I see when guys come in, like I had somebody over on the weekend come in and they have almost the same truck and it's lifted with nice. I'm like, fuck, man, look at my little dinky car.
It's hard not to get a lift on them when you.
I'm gonna definitely do that soon. I mean,
it doesn't have to be crazy. I mean, anything, even a level.
I'm gonna do like a 6-inch lift and put some,
that'd be sick.
6-inch lift and some cool tires on it, and that way it's just, it's sort of like a new toy. It's my old toy to a new toy. It looks a little cooler.
It's a game changer.
And then next year I got to get my car. I miss it. I was actually looking last year. I actually got a phone call at the old facility. Remember that, Austin?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. I had 3 cars in mind, and the buddy called me. Goes, yep, you've been fucking. You can come pick out whatever one you want. No money down. Your financing's good. I'm like, yeah, fuck. Now I just got to figure out which one do I want. And 3 weeks later, it's like, I found a facility, guys. So the car went out the window. So best move, I mean, I'm so happy, and I'm going to be happy forever. And even, there's so much out of the new facility that we, even the little basketball court that Austin can't use for weeks.
That's the first thing I asked. I said, he didn't bust his knee up on that basketball court, did he?
No.
No.
I was like, my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, before it goes too far, Billy, Earl asked about the credit card issues, just in terms of like PayPal and stuff.
Oh.
What's your guys' thoughts on those changes?
Yeah. So, I mean, we can't use, I guess, Cashapp and Venmo because we're Canadian. I've still accepted PayPal for a few transactions. It hasn't affected me yet, you know, but when it comes in, I take it right out. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is, you know, we can do bank wires, obviously, but for people on payment plans, you know, I'll probably have to do something like, you know, run it through my Square account, because I do all my Canadian sales through Square, and I was doing all my American sales through, you know, PayPal invoicing and through PayPal. So I haven't found, I mean, I hope someone finds, you know, a better platform, but I know that, I mean, it's the credit card companies that I think, and I think the reason, one of the reasons is because I read something today, someone was sharing it, that people are paying for it and then calling and saying, yeah, I never received the item, or, you know, or something. So it's like, it happens. And that's the thing, like, you know, one or two people do it. It's like, it's shitty. But you know what? When everyone, it's the norm, all these fucking people that can't fucking afford animals, or, you know, they're scamming fucking people out of their love and their hobby and their hard-earned work. And, you know, you're fucking doing this. Well, guess what? Now you can't fucking do it, but now it hurts us as people that are in business and doing it, because now we don't have this, you know, easy transaction using PayPal anymore because of too many chargebacks. Or, you know, I've had people claim, it's like, yeah, you know what? I mean, he can't ship me the animal right away. Look at your fucking emails. I say I'm shipping every, you know, couple months or every month. And, you know, I've explained this to you, and you got to send it in. You know, you're wasting people at PayPal's time going over it and trying to figure out, reading what he said and she said. And I've never been burned except one time. I wasn't really burned. The guy just, you know, wanted his money back because I couldn't ship. And I'm like, well, I can't ship because of COVID, you know? Right. So somebody else ended up buying his animals, and they actually laid. So they actually had a clutch. So even better. So, you know, awesome. But, yeah, it just sucks, you know, and it's people doing shitty things. And it's like that with any industry or anything. You know, people do enough shitty shit's going to happen.
Rules are going to be put in place to govern it.
Yeah, and I mean, people, I mean, I know a lot of people that you know, have amazing followers and have a lot of views because they do live feedings, you know? Yep. That's going to bite us all in the fucking ass. I mean, you know, hey, guess what? All these, you know, people that don't even want us to have these animals. I mean, you want to see a live feeding? Go buy a fucking snake and feed it yourself. Like, honestly. You know, I don't watch them. I'll never watch live feedings because, you know what? I fucking see it 2,000 times a week. I don't fucking need to see it. It doesn't excite me. You know, and the people that it excites are the people that you don't, that'll never buy an animal off of you, that probably are against what we're doing, and they're going to use all this shit. They're probably collecting it now. And hey, guess what? Here's 5 years of them brutally torturing these fucking poor rodents.
And and you guys say you're animal, you know, first, or animal activists, but you guys are doing this. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, you know, and just like, you know, when you get tagged, you know, wow. I mean, if I get tagged, it'd be something like, hey, I ended up pulling the thing and I looked over like an idiot and it hit me in the face. This could have been prevented. Please, from now on, either pull it and get down, or get on a ladder. Don't try to peek on your tippy toes, because this can happen to you. That's how I would show you a fucking bite, you know, or something. You know, Austin got tagged the other day and it was fucking pretty bad. I mean, it was like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? He's like, yeah, you're right. You know, I don't know if he posted it or not, but
no, I didn't.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, think about it. And you really got to think, because oh, look at all these people carrying and they're getting bit. What happens if that was a kid? What happens if it hit in his eye? What happens? They're going to take the littlest thing that happens to us on a daily basis and say, holy fuck, if that happened, they could have caught this, or they could get their arm amputated. And what the fuck are you talking about? They're going to throw the worst case scenario at you with all the shit we're giving them for free.
If people were just constantly posting dog bites on, I mean, could you imagine?
100%.
It would be insane. It would be insane. And that community has figured out, like, that's not something we want to
show. 100%.
You know?
Right.
So.
So it's like we got to stop and watch and think about long term. A year ago, did you ever think, oh yeah, PayPal's gonna fucking shut us all down and not take it? And so are the credit cards. You know what I mean? There's no fucking way. I've been dealing with PayPal for 25 fucking years. It fucking happened. Why? Because people buying animals. Oh, it wasn't me using stolen credit cards, people putting in files. It's the pieces of shit that are ruining it for everyone else. Don't be a piece of shit. It's that simple.
Right.
You got bit. Wow. Do I give a fuck if your hand's dripping in blood because you got bit? No, because it happened to me 4 hours ago. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So you just got to think of what's happening and what we're doing. And we want to attract attention. We want our numbers to go up, but we want them to go up. I mean, I'm on Instagram now. I just went over 49,000. Okay. I'd rather have the 49,000 that I have now because they follow, they comment, they share. I inspire them. They give me stuff back, and I get to follow them and look what they're doing. It's awesome. I don't want to have 149,000 if those 100,000 are people that just, hey, let me see them fucking feed a rat. Hey, did you get bit? Show me when you get bit. Do you have any aggressive ones? Let's see it.
Right.
I don't want those fucking people following me. Those aren't the people I want. I'd rather have the 49,000 people that I have now for life and enjoy them and have them enjoy my content and have, a part of be a part of our community than have people that will never spend a dime. Doesn't give a fuck about what we do or what anybody else, that won't follow you and support other people. It only makes sense. And people, I got 150,000 people following me. Cool. How much money did you make selling snakes? Guarantee you it's not even close to what I've done. You know what I mean? Do you want to be fucking YouTube famous and make fucking 10,000 a year, or fucking do what you love and make hundreds of thousands and if not millions a year? I know where I want to be.
Being efficient.
100%. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, I get people I see people going, oh my God, this guy's got fucking 60,000 views, but look at look what it's about. I'd rather have 2,000 on my mail video than have a fucking video like this fucking asshole, that's going to fucking bite us in the ass down the road,
I think you inspired some guys to do some feeding videos tonight, looks like, in the chat.
Well, maybe, but the thing is I'll tell you one thing. If you're one of those people out there, and I mean, you do what you want. It's your opinion. I mean, it's your thing, your channel. I'm just saying, look what's biting us in the ass. Look what's coming at us. What
you do today impacts tomorrow. There it is.
Thank you. Monday's fucking motivational Monday. Thank you. So check it out. In 2 fucking years, if they come at us and they're like, hey, look at this guy's channel, look at this guy's channel. I'll tell you one thing. If they fucking take my rights away and your fucking channels and your videos are one of the reasons, motherfucker, I got nothing to live for, watch the fuck out. I'm telling you, Billy threatened me. Yeah, I guess I am. You take away what I've fucking put 20 plus years in, my love and other people's, and you've taken it away because you're a fucking idiot? Wow. Guess what? I'll be 55 years old. I don't have nothing because you've taken it all away. Watch the fuck out. Okay? And wow, think about what you're doing. If you want this to be around, you want animals to feed and enjoy and have, and you better fucking protect it. You're getting the wrong fucking crowd watching you. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is anybody in this community, I mean, I don't need to watch because I can watch my own. I can go over to friends. Hey, Austin, man, none of my snakes are eating for the next month. Can I come over and watch yours if that's what I really need? Yeah, sure, Billy, come over. Help me feed. Cool. If you really need it that bad, you can reach out to someone. Fuck. Right. Oh, my God.
Meanwhile, pick up some of this Da Vinci boa.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not eating? All right, grab the...
Yeah, Da Vinci boa. Brought to you by, yeah. Fucking love this shit. But
it's cool.
It's crazy.
But yeah, no. It's about being responsible, and being
100%.
Absolutely.
But you can do what you want. I'm not here saying, you got to do it my way and my way is the only way. My way is the way I choose. You know, I choose to do my things a certain way, and it works for me. I'm happy the way I do it, and, you know, I'm trying to make it better. And when I do things, it's like I was going to post something. I actually showed some my top tiers. You weren't there, but my top 2 tiers on Discord, we have Monday, first Friday of the month. And we all go in and, you know, we just hang out and shoot the shit and talk about all types of stuff. And I had something I made and I showed them, you know, but when I made it, I was like, hey, Austin. He's like, man, no. And I'm like, oh, but it'd be so funny. It's like, yeah, but I'm like, yeah, you know, it's that stuff where, you know, it's sort of adding to the drama that's out there, but it also was funny, and it does, sometimes it needs to be addressed, but it was already addressed by so many people. You don't need 5 other people or 10 other people or 100 other people keep addressing it. You know, there's sometimes you got to stand back, you know, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, Austin. So here's the fucking, you know, the mentee teaching the mentor, like, you know. So, you know, he just said, yeah, it's fucking funny, but you know what? Wow. You know, and then, you know, with that bite, you know, it's fucking dripping. He had like a artery, not an artery, or
one of my veins.
Vein,
Like,
and it was like fucking like, it's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like a Friday the 13th, like 90s film. It's like, you know, so, but no, I mean, you know, and it's funny because I might have even posted it even still if Austin didn't say, hey, you know what, it's been out there enough. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But
it goes back to the positive relationships.
100%.
And looking out for you. It didn't matter like what the authority tier is, you know, he just.
Yeah, and I look at it too. I mean,
interest,
yeah,
right?
there's a lot of shit that he'll say that I'm like, yeah, you're right. Let's do this. Or no, fuck it, I'm doing this pairing. But you got fucking, I mean, yeah, but I don't care. I want it anyways. You know, but there's a lot of shit that I'm like, yeah, do what you got to do. Let me know. Or what do you think? Yeah. So, you know, I take a lot of his input. You know, he knows what he's doing. He's obviously, you know, shown that in many different ways. And, you know, he's fucking a huge part of MC. So, you know, got to listen to the guy. You know,
they have a team.
Just don't play football with the fucker.
Right. You should see the other guy.
Yeah, what were you doing?
No, I jumped to catch the ball and I landed on like an uneven part
Did you
of the
catch
board.
the ball, or did it like fucking fiddle through your
No,
fingers?
I caught it.
Okay, good. So at least there, you know, some positivity out of it.
Completion. The most expensive completion you've ever had.
Literally, yeah. We have a super chat. Rich is recessive.
Who?
Austin, elevate.
Who?
Chad.
Who?
Mike Jones. No.
He says, Austin, elevate your leg, get that knee better. Geesh. Shout out to Rodney, great guy from day one for me. Major props and appreciate your support.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool,
you,
man.
Absolutely, man. I mean, you talk about a genuine character. Like he's
amazing.
Oh, he's a character. He's
He's
genuine.
You know?
Chad's awesome, man. Fucking awesome guy. You know? Another super chat.
Oh, I didn't get to see that one. I was still on Chad's. It's far up. Lisa Carioli. Sorry if I butchered your name.
Caroli.
Big shout out to Chad for being a good sport about the stickers and magnets. LOL. Also, thanks to Austin for the vanilla clown steak. My boyfriend loves it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Vanilla clown.
Yeah, good pickup. For sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Amy, the other half of Sal. House of Gaia Pythons. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Nice.
Happy Monday.
Cheers to that, Amy.
Sick. So,
Mike Jones. Yeah, I slipped that in there, Sal. Had to get that one in.
Paul had a joke earlier that cracked me up so bad.
okay, we'll tell it.
Oh,
It was in the moment.
no. I just want to say the person's name, but it was like Austin. I shall find it. It's okay. Give me 1 minute.
Everybody else heard it except us.
Right.
I think I'm close to it. 1 second.
Is that like an old school mouse with a spinner on the
I
top?
hear it. Do you hear the roller? Right.
Like, trackpad, motherfucker. Come on. Get with it. What the fuck?
Oh, my Mac mouse broke.
Did it? It's time for that raise, Billy. We gotta get him some new gear.
You find it, Austin? Like,
It's far up.
Oh my God, Paul,
I
say
think
it
it's-
again.
I think it's already gone.
Okay,
Yes,
say it again,
It
Paul. Oh
was
my
about
God.
someone on their knees. That was a funny one.
Okay. Alan Johnson, fucking monster.
This guy,
Jeez.
super fire.
Yeah. Alan Johnson, what got y'all into breeding, and what was your first breeding pairing? How did it turn out for you guys?
Yeah. I'll start with that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I always kind of aspired to be a dog breeder. You know, I wanted to breed dogs when I was younger, and then I realized in my adult life that you need lots of space for mammals.
Yeah.
So,
And it's a lot of work and a lot of money.
and a lot of money.
Vets, yeah. I mean, I did dogs for about 5 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. So I still love dogs. We have a couple labs, and you know, I'm into that stuff, but I don't breed them as of yet. But I started with leopard gecko, so kept a lot of different species. But then I really loved the color palettes on leopard gecko. So the same things that got me breeding leopard geckos got me into ball pythons. And I was looking at all these guys doing both. I was telling Sal the other day, you know, Royal Constrictor Designs, you know, whereas I'm looking at all these legends in the game, you know, Garrick DeMeyer and Brian Barczyk and all these guys are doing leopard geckos, and as a byproduct of me watching those videos and researching, I seen the ball pythons and all these ball pythons. And I was like, you know, I had a ball python years ago, but it was just brown and it wasn't everything that I thought it was. And so then my daughter's like, hey, I want a snake. And like Billy said, you know, one snake turned into a bunch, but pied was the thing that seeing pieds in reptile magazines when I was younger. I thought that it was just the craziest thing. I thought it was just a mind-blowing experience. And now we've come so far with all the colors. But when I seen a snake pattern with just pure white, I still can't get that out of my fabric of who I am. So pieds did it for me, and that was my first pairing was a het pied to a visual pied.
Nice.
Yeah, when I did it, I that was one of my second or thirds. But mine was het albino to het albino. Woo! Yeah. You know, that was like a $8,000 investment or $5,000 investment. It was nuts.
I remember seeing those first albino ball pythons. They were sick.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you can get albino in that little package? Because before it was just like the Burmese, right? And then they had the minis. Like they were the ball pythons that were like, oh, those are the minis. Those are cool. And then, yeah, come a long way.
Yeah, it's crazy. What about you, Austin? You remember your first pairing?
My first pairing was a Mojave to a Lesser. I wanted to make a bell.
No?
I got 8 eggs and I made 1 bell. I actually have the video. It's up on YouTube. I'm going to take it down and put it on my new channel. So
Okay.
I'll do that for one day.
Cool. Look at that.
That is awesome.
Old school vibes.
Yep.
Yeah, I just read it. Oh, fucking Paul. Oh, shit. Oh, Seraphim Serpents, my man.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, speaking, fuck, I was just, Antoine just pops up like it's crazy because I actually have the paper ready. I'm just about to talk, and he's one of the people I'm going to talk about.
Later, Marvin.
And he just pops in. Bam. High Desert Pythons.
He was here early, so he must be multitasking.
Yeah.
He gave us a shout early, which I appreciate.
So,
High Desert Pythons. Enjoying the episode. You guys rock.
awesome. Awesome.
I actually lived where Antoine lives for a little bit. You know, I played baseball in Ridgecrest at the junior college there. So,
oh, shit.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. When I seen him based out of there, I was like, okay, yeah. I had a Pac-Man frog at that time, and I think we had some pet rats when we were in college. So now, yeah, it's come full circle. So,
Okay, so we're going to get into the achievements in a little bit. So right now, I want to talk about this. So, you know, how earlier we were all, you know, talking about being prepared for shit and or at least try to be prepared, have backups and stuff like that, because you never know what the fuck's going to happen in this industry. And even being fully prepared, shit's going to come. Like, you know, none of us, you know, planned for COVID, you know. None of us planned, or I shouldn't say none of us, but I mean, all the people in Texas, you know, shit, even though you are, you know, you actually have or are prepared, shit, you know, you just, there's some shit you just can't prepare for. So Tyler Tyler Douglas from Hyped Up Reptiles or Hyped Up Morphs. I always fucking butcher it, and I always say Hyped Up Morphs, but it's Hyped Up Reptiles. He's also the part of the owner. He's a part owner of Serpent Stacks that built those hatchling racks for me. So if you don't already know, or you haven't followed his story or like that, to make a long story short, the probe came off of the heat tape. And next day, 20 plus of his, animals just cooked. Shit happens. He's raised a lot of those animals up for, a good couple years. One little thing, and he doesn't even know how it happened. Like, it's like, I don't even understand how it happened. And, we've done videos where, we put that silver tape, always use that aluminum tape for ducting, that basically is meant to conduct heat, where a lot of people, I use duct tape. And after a while, being warm, it'll loosen, but even we've done a video, we did that at the old facility. Even though we use that metal tape, we would zip tie or use other tape to sort of have a backup, because if something pulls, it's not coming directly, so we're actually taping it in a few different spots or zip tying it or just having it. But the other day, we came in and four of our thermostats were off. It blew a breaker. And I'm like, what? And it's something where, thank God it's warm. My ambient's 83. It's not going to affect anything. But, we said that too. I mean, we have a huge facility and we take everything for granted. We take all these thermostats that are perfect. We take off, that the heat's always going to be on. We need to actually step up and sort of, myself, I said to Austin, like once a week or once a month, we just go and just take a quick look. It takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes a week just to double check. Seeing what Tyler just went through, I couldn't imagine. And I've seen many other people have tragedies, and it sucks, and it's not good, and it takes away your passion, your drive, and that was everything that, working for me, big purchases, a lot of his investment in time, and, besides all that, his fucking dream, he had 9 females that were going to breed this coming season, gone, and it's wiped out. So, I just want to, I don't know if he's watching or if he's here, but, he called me. I think I was the first one he called, and I mean, it wasn't a good conversation to have. I mean, it was gut wrenching. It was sad, and it's like, what do you say? Like, I do know how it feels because I've had it happen to me in the past. So I can relate. But I mean, no matter what, man, it sucks. I mean, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, because it's the animals that suffer. Even if it's my worst enemy, if I don't even like you, that's the last thing I would want, because those animals suffer. I wish, if I don't like you or you're my worst enemy, man, I want bad shit to happen, but not at this fucking live animals' expense. And yeah, go ahead. So, that going out, Tyler, man, I mean, I know it's hard, and you're like, fuck it. I just want to throw I want to throw the towel in, and yeah, all those years of work and leading up to this, don't throw in the towel, man. You can bounce back. I've been there. I've bounced back from bigger things. You'll appreciate it more. You'll take this as a lesson and be even more precautious, and even maybe teach others, to be more precautious. But, I know, I'm just going to, he put up a PayPal tip jar. So if anybody'd like to help out, support Tyler as he rebuilds, Tyler Douglas of Hyped Up Reptiles, he's got a PayPal tip jar link that's been set up. We have everything in the description below. Also, there's a link for info on the silent auctions being hosted by Chris and Nick of the Reptile Ward. And all proceeds will go to Tyler. I'm going to also do something myself, help, get him back on. I'm hoping he definitely wants to get back in. I know that the community, of course, is always there to help support and pick him up. And, sometimes the wind will take the wind is taken out of your sails and you just don't want to go. But I'm hoping that you do stay in, and I'm hoping that you do get some support, and you learn from this, and it's an accident, shit happens. It just makes everybody else realize that we have to take a little bit more precautions than we do. And I'm guilty of it. We got to set something into place. It's like, oh, this is shitty. I mean, we've done this every week for 17 weeks. It's it could be week 18. We don't do it, that something fucks up, So, Chris and Nick from the Reptile Ward, that's awesome. You can also message Kathleen of Melusine Exotics on Instagram, and you can be included in the slideshow of support with a message or short video for Tyler, which is great. I mean, community's coming together once again to help out. Also, Antoine from High Desert Pythons, because he's in the U.S. and we're here in Canada, and all the crap that's going on with PayPal right now. So with PayPal, not many people are using it, and I know that's one of the things that Tyler set up. But a lot of people don't even have accounts because PayPal just fucking took it from them, and I don't really want to support a company that's doing that, even though right now I sort of have to get the rest of my funds in. But Antoine, the stand up guy he is. Not like Austin could be a stand-up guy right now because his knee's fucked. I just had to say that. I don't know why. But anyways, he reached out to me, and he's like, hey, man, so he can collect donations for those who want to using Venmo or Cashapp. So, the Americans that aren't using PayPal can use one of those two to help out, and just message, High Desert Python about that. And he's, there was more to it. It got cut off. But he was saying that once it all comes in, he'll pay for the bank wire or anything it's going to cost to send the money up to Tyler. So, but hopefully, it's devastating. I know that, you lose one animal, it fucking hurts. And, it's not a great feeling. And to lose, pretty much your whole collection because of something so minor, it's devastating. It definitely is. And I wouldn't want to see that even to my worst enemy, because, the poor animals, and, it just really sucks. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's hard for me, but it's bad, So, if everybody else can come and step up and help out where they can, it's awesome. I'm sure Tyler will, appreciate it, and hope, it picks them up and gets them to start over, or, at least try to, because he's the guy that really got me into boas, So, he's impacted me in ways, and also he's the one that helped me set up what you're watching us on, the cool little setup here, and showed me how to fucking use it. So, I'm definitely going to help him out any way I can. But if anybody can, there's the Reptile Ward with some animals, Antoine from High Desert Pythons, fucking Rodney there banging, bam. So, but yeah, so, Tyler, like I said, all the links are going to be listed below. So, if you can, step up. He's, guy in the industry for a few years, doing well, getting, being a part of it, being a lot of support to a bunch of other people, and just shit happens. So hopefully, we can help him out and get him back on his way of doing what he loves. So I think he messaged. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Take it away, Austin.
We have one more before that. I'll get back.
Oh, do we?
But we'll do Tyler's first. So, Hyped Up Reptiles, thank you for supporting me through this. I decided I'm not going anywhere and watch what I create. Love you all. Thank you.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Then we have Wolfgeist, How do you prepare for someone claiming you run a pet shop out of your house and you have 10 days to move snakes, gravid, and not incubator, etc., because the city and sheriffs are coming?
Yeah. So
Rental or ownership?
So the city and sheriff. So if so, the problem is if someone's claiming you run a pet shop. So first of all, you got to make sure. I'm just sort of going off of what I've known and what I've heard off of other places. Now, every city is going to have their own bylaws. Now, if you're within the bylaw, okay, and you're allowed to have snakes. I know here there's some places where you can only have a certain number. So I have 10 ball pythons. I'm allowed to have 10 ball pythons. They come over, they inspect. It's like, hey, I don't know why. I had somebody come over to take a look. I was teaching them. I bought an animal from them, whatever, But if someone's claiming you're running a pet shop and you're within a place that you don't have bylaws for, you're allowed to have, say, 10 and you have 100, and you're coming and people are coming in and out of your house all the time, they're going to come over and say, hey, guess what? You have 100. Why do you have 100? I think you are running a business. We have people claiming you're running a business. You're not even allowed to have this many. It's not going to look good. So that's why when you do a lot of this stuff, a lot of these places I know here in Ontario and in Canada, there's a lot of people that that live, in a place that have bylaws intact, and everyone's above it or not abiding by them. And if you are in that type of a situation, the last thing you should be doing is inviting people over, because it takes one phone call. If someone pisses you, you piss them off, or, hey, can I have that snake for 500? No, it's 8. Oh, fuck you. I'm going to, I've heard of people calling over something that stupid, Oh, he wouldn't give me a discount on a snake. Oh, fuck him. I know he's not allowed to have these. Oh, wow. Way to go, buddy. So if the city and the sheriff are coming by and you're not allowed to have them, you're probably going to get a fine. They could even confiscate them. I don't know, depending on the bylaws or where you're at. It sucks, man. I hate to hear shit like this too. And this is another thing, being prepared. And I know this because I had a place, when I first started, and someone called bylaw on me, and I didn't even know who they were. And I let them in, and they're like, wow, man, this person said that you were neglecting your animals, and they were all over the place, and they weren't fed, and there was feces everywhere. And meanwhile, they're coming in, and it's like, look at this rack system. I just got ARS racks for the first time, and they were like, wow, look at this, and wow, look, that's so beautiful. And they were like, obviously, this guy lied. And this was so long ago that I actually had cue cards where when it ate, and when it pooed, and when it shed, I'm talking maybe 17 years ago, 16, 17 years ago. So when they came, I was like, hey, look at this, and look at that. And no, actually, it wasn't even that long ago. Maybe 10, 11, 12. But anyways, they came in, and they're like, hey, you know what? Technically, I had I think 200 and something animals. We can give you a $135 bylaw charge on every animal. But because you let us in, because obviously, you care, and you're, all these animals are being really, taken care of, and we can see your energy and passion. We're just, we're going to give you a fine of $135 for all. But you do have 30 days to move them. So they were great. They worked with me, and I had to. And even when I had the my old facility, not the one I just moved from, but the ones a long time ago, I had that, and I leased that out for my storage and stuff for my other business, the security business. I made a second floor, and I put the animals up there. Someone called, or the landlord called, thought I was growing marijuana when it was illegal here. And he came in. I'm like, what's going on? Had the electrician and a bailiff. And it's like, hey, yeah, we're here, you're growing marijuana. I'm like, what? And it's like, that's the only reason why you'd be using so much hydro and water. I'm like, no, come on in. And I was actually within the bylaw because it was a commercial building. Problem is he didn't want them. The owner didn't want them. And two, there was something in the lease of the building that's saying that I can't have live animals unless it was like a seeing eye dog or something like that. And obviously, I went to see my lawyer, and the lawyer's like, yeah, man, you know what? If he wants, he can put a lock on the door, and you can settle this in court. And 3 years later, you might win, but your animals won't be alive in 3 years. I'm like, it's like that? He's like, yeah, get him the fuck out. So I moved, and I had to move him into my home to a place where I wasn't allowed to have them because of the bylaw. Mm-hmm. I took a chance, started growing, getting bigger, having people come over. You know what? Guess what? You know, and that's when I sold the Ferrari, fucking went, got a facility, did it, and I've been doing it right ever since. But I wouldn't have had to move back to the house, but I was in a jam. Like, where do you move animals, like, when you have 2 fucking days? Like, oh, hey, man, you got 10 fucking racks. I don't know. Fuck. The only place I have now, makeshift basement, you know? Yeah. So it sucks. I don't know, like I said, what your jurisdiction is or what you're allowed to have or what you're not allowed to have. Definitely, you know, prepare for the worst. But if they have it where they can seize your animals, I'd move them up before they even get there. I don't know. It's just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is a lot of people are running businesses out of their homes, which one, they're probably not allowed, or it's not probably a legitimate business that's registered. Because you can run a business out of your home if it's registered or if you're allowed. There's some businesses can't be. You can have like a consultation, you know, or like a, you know, you can have an office. You can use one of the rooms in your office for and you can write off for legal. But if you're having people coming in and out as a retail outlet, not many residential areas will let you do that. So you really got to look into it, or you do it. Be quiet and meet somebody, you know, at a mall or another location where you can meet up with, and it also protects you, so nobody knows where you are, that you can potentially be robbed, and you know, because if you're at home. I mean, I've got a $50,000 security and camera system. No one's getting into my place. Like, and if they do, well, you know, all the power to them. So, you know, I mean,
rolling the dice.
Yeah. I mean, I even have mine to the point where I actually have a mobile alert company within a half an hour radius. So before the cops show up, you know, we'll probably have an actual armed guard coming too. It's an extra service that I pay, you know? So it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, you got to be careful, and it does suck. And it's just another thing, prepare. You know, it's something like, hey, you know, this is doing great. Oh, I got my new racks. I built this new room. This is amazing. I'm having sales. I love this. Hello, bylaw. Fuck. You got to prepare. I mean, it sucks. And that's like the thing. There's so many things that we're not, you know, you need to prepare. You need to look. You need to sort of see, hey, this is where I want to go. And sometimes you got to roll the dice and take those risks in order to facilitate getting to that next step. But, I mean, it's something you really need to do. And it sucks, man. It does suck. I hope, you know, it's positive, man. Fuck. Scary, man.
Tough one. Yep.
You know? So.
Yeah, wishing you well, for sure.
100%, man. So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just, you know, taking a deep breath, and I'm glad Tyler is actually going to give it another go and not just, you know.
That's good news.
It is good because, you know, dude, like I've had so much shit happen to me, you know, over the last 25, 30 years. And I wouldn't be sitting here today if I didn't fucking, you know, take it in the chin and fucking, you know, get up when I got kicked. You know, and fuck, you know, I'm probably still going to get kicked, but I'm more prepared to know, hey, fuck, that's it? That's all you got? Oh, fuck, dude, I've been kicked way harder than this motherfucker, you know?
Right.
So, But man, be prepared. Know what you're doing. Have sort of like a game plan and try to prepare the best way. Like even now, man, like, with this COVID stuff, like, there's stuff that, we can't even get right now. And like incubators, if you want an incubator with thermostats, you can't even oh, I got my racks coming, but you got to wait 6 months for a thermostat. Well, what the fuck? Right. Everyone's going to start using the ambient mode and go, holy fuck, man, ambient mode's great. Like I know so many people, doing ambient, and one of the reasons is because they can't buy fucking thermostats right now. So, yeah. But I know a lot of people have adapted to that, and I know it works,
Yeah.
So
there's some good DIY options,
Yep.
To be honest. I mean, I found Gavin, with his build, and that was what we're running still to this day. So, picked up an old fridge and wired it up, but even that takes time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's what you're never going to get is a shortcut for time. So whether you're whether you're building it or ordering it, you got to be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing too. I'm reading a comment, insurance. So yeah, a lot of these animals, if you let people know or they find out that you have them in your home, your insurance company will cancel your homeowner's insurance, and then you're fucked. So if you're looking at doing this as a business, make sure you have permits and you're allowed to build like a secondary building or in your garage, or you're allowed to have them, you're allowed to run them out of, or you have an online business and you don't have many people come over. You really got to check it out because that's another thing too. Insurance, if you have insurance, home insurance, and then not many people will insure you knowing that you have reptiles, as well as like heat lamps and stuff that could cause fires. And it's happened. It's not like, oh no, that'll never happen. You've seen fucking disasters and stuff happen because of faulty equipment, and they just don't get it. They don't understand, and they don't want anything to do with it because it's a liability to them. And they're like, hey, you know what? We'd rather just, I know you love them. I know it's great, but you know what? I know you'll pay, but guess what? We don't want nothing to do with it. Sorry. So yeah, that's pretty shitty. Someone ratted them out and they canceled the homeowner's insurance. That can happen too. So really pay attention, know what you're doing, and try not to gamble with all this as well. So,
Kenny, one of the few success stories, brother. Good work on that 3-hour turnaround.
Was that Buckeye?
Yeah. He said, I built mine in 3 hours. Hey, good work. That's not the average.
You still use yours? Did you buy yours or did you make yours, Austin?
I made some of it. I bought the actual frame, but the inside was really janky when I first bought it, so I just made a new inside. I just use like closet racks.
Yep.
And it works really well for me.
Yeah. Yeah, he still uses his original one.
Yeah, that's it. It's heated with light bulbs.
Oh, really?
Yep. 60-watt bulbs.
Yeah, not even heat tape. Light bulbs.
Wow.
That's
incredible.
Yeah. See, and then every time he loses a clutch, I'm like, hey, bud, look on the bright side.
Look on the bright
side. Only lost one clutch. Only one clutch.
Look on the bright side.
All right. 80 watts. Not 60.
Right. Fuck.
Yeah. Just make sure that it's not LEDs. No, not
100%.
You're right. Not enough heat.
Shit.
That's funny.
So let's get into this a little bit of positivity.
For sure.
Okay. Well, this whole thing has been positive, pretty much, except,
Yeah.
But we're aspiring to be positive and seeing, negativity and finding a way so that we can prevent it or turn it into a positive, positive 100%. Note. So ready? Bam.
It's time for shoutouts of the week.
First ever clutches. It's 2 people. First, Lane.
Yep, LRP Reptiles.
LRP, yeah, man. He actually come and he's been with MC now. He comes in on Saturdays every Saturday. It's been like what, 3 months now? About that? Yep. Maybe 4. So yeah, first clutch, man. 4 eggs, a pastel female, times a banana enchi, hidden genoma, yellow belly, hypo.
Okay.
Not bad, man.
Austin, your ID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's going to be 100% hypo. The yellow belly might be a little bit of a, you know, that's about it. But I mean, it's going to be pretty cool. A lot of different combos coming out of that clutch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So next, another Canadian, British Columbia balls, 7 eggs, banana pied times double het albino pied. Cool. So he's going to make banana pied 50% het albino. Cool.
Nice.
Now, here we go. 1,000K on Instagram.
1,000?
Yeah, 1,000K.
1,000K is a million.
Jesus. I give up.
1K.
1K, yeah. And it's, you know what the worst part is? It says 1K. Well, I don't know. I just look at 1K and, oh, it's 1,000. But you don't add the K. If you translate it, the K's already gone because you said 1,000. Fuck, Billy. I'll get it one day. At least I hope.
Either way, we're celebrating it.
Yeah. So,
Either way.
you know, 1K, amazing. 1,000K, holy fuck, woo! A little bit bigger of a party and a shout out, but hey, man, still congratulations. Here we go. KJD Exotics, Scales Unleashed, and For Pete's Snakes, which is awesome. 3 of you. And everybody that I'm saying here, all the information for Tyler as well, and the Artist of the Week, it's actually going to be in the description below, all the links. Next, 1,500. Not K, 1,500. Got this one. On Instagram, DNA Reptiles. Congratulations.
Sick.
They actually hit it last week, but they were slacking and didn't get it in on time. So got it in this week. So they're probably way past that, I hope. But DNA Reptiles. Oh, my God. Reptilia. I even fucked the name up.
Reptilia.
Hold on, ready?
That's a unique one. That's good.
DNA Reptilia. Thank God for links and proper spelling from Callie, you know, KPOPythons. She puts this all together. It'll be properly done in the description below. Don't always go by what I say because, fuck. Oh. 2,000 on Instagram. Mel from MJ Logo Designs.
Nice.
Yeah, Mel Talbot. Sick. Congrats. 2,500 on Instagram. Precious Pythons. Precious.
Putting it in.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, 4K on Instagram. Another female. Mary Python. Yeah. Sick. 4,000. Way to go, Mary. Big jump. Big jump. Anyone want to guess how big the jump is?
10,000.
Wrong. Next.
5,000.
No, it's a big jump. He said 10. You're going the wrong direction.
Oh, it's bigger than that?
Oh, it's bigger than 10, yeah.
25.
I thought he was too high. 15.
Nope. Big jump. Come on.
50.
Bingo. Want to guess who?
I have no idea.
Big breeder.
You?
Famous breeder.
You?
No, I'm at 49.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm over 50. I'm at 49,000 on Instagram. I'm over 50. I
Ozzy.
beat him to it.
Ozzy.
Nope.
Ozzy?
Nope. On YouTube. Ozzy just started. If Ozzy just started like a month ago and got
YouTube.
50,000K,
Oh, this is YouTube. I thought it was Instagram.
No.
I thought we were on IG still.
Oh, shit. Did I not say Instagram? I'm a moron.
You're okay.
Sorry. Yeah, if Ozzy hit 50,000 subscribers on Instagram, I mean,
Right.
on YouTube,
In a week.
over the last month that he's putting out videos, I want to learn how he did it because it's taken
That's
years.
the video we need to watch.
Yeah, that's the video we all need. How to
JKR.
fucking, how to kick ass on YouTube. What's that?
JKR.
That's it, man. Justin.
Oh, good work.
JKR just hit 50,000 on YouTube. Fucking congrats. Sick.
Reinvent of the pro tips.
Yeah, man. No, it's awesome, man. You know, so that's amazing. So congratulations to everybody. And the Artist of the Week is Noah Bounds Studios. Amazing wildlife artist that does logos, branding, fine art, illustrations, and pet portraits.
Nice.
Commissions are open. So
Okay.
go give them a check out. Everybody that I just said, all the links to, you know, yourself, us, US Arc, baby.
Yeah.
You know,
Got it.
Da Vinci Boa, Husbandry Pro, all that. Description
Good work.
below. So, what do we talk about now, boys? We're 2 hours in. We got at least another hour. What the?
What's on the agenda for the season, Austin? What are you excited about? What are you excited about with Billy stuff? What's good on both ends?
Just monsoon stuff, man. Monsoon pies.
Looking for it?
Yeah.
Looking
Yeah,
for
they're
monsoon?
coming.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Monsoon pies.
Sick.
Yep. Billy's gonna hit some. I'm gonna hit some. It's gonna be
That's
cool.
gonna be awesome. Yeah, I mean, 'tis the season, right? So everybody's, scrolling to look for, new clutches and new pairings. And I know
Yeah.
you guys are at the forefront of some of those projects, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
What's
a lot
your
of cool
favorite
stuff too. A lot of stuff that we've been, we've got to be, we've been making for stuff for the future.
Yeah.
Making some stuff that I'd like to hit that, I've either bought or I've held back for years.
Yep.
I think next year is going to be even super more exciting for me because a lot of the stuff that I created at the old facility, back in 2019, even the stuff from last year, but 2019, all that stuff will be breeding size, and now that the facility is sort of, I'm locked into, 477 breeder females in my adult room, where we're probably going to pair three to 400 if we can.
Mm-hmm.
But 250, 300 to me is realistic, and always have stuff coming in and growing and seeing what we can do. But now the animals that are going to be keep replacing those animals are going to be powerful and more powerful. So next year it's going to be like, wow, some of the the quad, like three gene quad hets, females are the size, some of the crazy stuff, all the, enhancer G-stripe het clown females, the enhancer clown het G-stripe females, they're going to be like the size, like the stuff that we can make, it's just going to be crazier and crazier. So I still have a lot of stuff that, Austin's like, why do you have this here? Oh, it's a pretty cool animal. It's an orange dream Enchi yellow belly Billy. I'm like, yeah, but I can still, okay, I'll breed her this year and fucking out the door. Now it's going to be replaced with something, crazier or recessive involved. And,
100%.
so now it's like, it's always going to be upgraded. So my clutches are going to be even more insane, So, even myself, man, keep elevating my projects, elevating my animals, keep moving forward. And the only way to do that is time, you know? And it gives me something to look forward to. I mean, that's why it excites me. Like, I'm excited now for what's coming, but I'm more excited to see what I'm making next year. And they're not even fucking in the breeding fucking section yet. So, but
no, I think that's the name of the game. We're under the same umbrella, just becoming more efficient because what you're getting rid of, we're trying to be into, just in terms of having 3 gene females instead of the 1 gene female that we're using as a breeder, and just becoming, more dialed in what direction. I'm a diversity guy, so I like to have multiple different types of projects. And I think just getting those together and eventually just kind of getting to that peak, where everything kind of meets is the ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm.
But Austin asked earlier, I think for me, highway pied stuff I'm excited about. So we have a pretty sick power male from Justin that we ran to a highway het pied, and so hopefully that'll all prove out and come to fruition. It's super pastel highway pied is the male.
Nice.
So it'll be all the light colored variation of that project.
Super pastel?
Killer. Yep.
Oh, killer, yeah. Yeah, we're breeding. We have a pastel freeway pied that, who do we pair him to last?
Enchi X gene.
Yellow belly.
Yellow belly, yeah. No, just an X gene yellow belly, no Enchi, not one.
Yeah, there's no Enchi. And there's another one we did. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to get that project in. Next year I have clown pied freeways possible. So, cool stuff, right?
Sick.
I really want to push the hypo stuff, like hypo, Enchi hypo pieds. I hit an orange dream yellow belly hypo pied or ghost pied male, but he might be ready later this year. But that's one of them for next year. I really like the hypo clown
that's the only
stuff.
girl for me that's not going to go, Billy, is my ghost pied female.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. So next year, we'll see. I mean, everything else has panned out except for the one that I wanted to pan out. So, and not, I mean, there's a couple that I'm stoked about, but that girl I really wanted to go, and I don't know if it's going to happen. So, we'll see. Not out of the gate yet.
No super chat.
It's right here from Megan, Wonder Woman Exotics. So happy to be a part of this community. Love you all.
Awesome. It is great, man. I mean, it is such a great community. I love seeing how many people, support other people, whether they're big or they're small. I know, especially with, COVID, people have just come. It's like, what the fuck, what am I going to do? Like, let's just watch this. And all of a sudden it's been like, it's like a habit. Like, hey, Billy's Monday. This guy's Tuesday. These guys are Friday, Wednesday, Saturday at 4. Like, it's almost like, you don't have to go to your TV guide, or look on right. Your, what's coming on. We know. It's like, oh, man, it's already probably embedded in your phone. Like, oh, God, hey, man.
It was literally the perfect storm for that to kind of manifest, really. Because there was no sports on, remember, for months.
Oh, my God.
And so crazy. If you're a sports guy, you're like, what am I doing? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's find this weekly reptile podcast.
Speaking of sports, my fucking Maple Leafs were playing tonight in Game 3. Anyone know the score?
Somebody gave you an update earlier. I don't know. What is it now?
2-1 for the Leafs.
Leafs? Fucking right.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but
how far is it? How far are they from the facility, the new one?
Who?
The where they play the Leafs.
14 minutes.
Perfect.
You know where they practice? About 7 minutes.
Oh, it's right by you. That's cool.
Yeah, that's where they practice. It's pretty nuts.
That is nuts.
Yeah, I'm only 9 minutes away from the airport. 9 or 11. I think it might even be 11 minutes, maybe from the airport.
That's
so.
Ideal.
Yeah, it's perfectly.
Everything.
I'm 15 minutes away from the conference center where we have our big expos.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just perfect.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
Good work.
So
yeah, that's another thing is being strategic with your location. That a lot of people, don't talk about either. And I mean, especially for what you guys are doing right now. That being right there in that triangle of opportunity is huge.
Yeah.
Airport, expo.
Yeah, right off the main highways.
Entertainment.
Yeah. And having my own building with my own fenced-in yard, and I mean, we have so much. We can do so much to the outside still. It's pretty cool. So, and now, I mean, remember when we had Reptichip come in, even Cocoa Blocks to the old facility? How long did it take us to hand bomb 210 bales up the fucking stairs?
I put all those up there, huh?
Yeah, I would grab one and then I would throw it up. Austin or Elion would be on the fire escape, grabbing it, turning it around, throwing it into the door, and then we'd pile them. So I'd be like grabbing one, throwing it up in the air. Elion catches it, turns around, throws it to Austin, and it was like, wow.
That's crazy. Austin's like, sick day.
And then I'd have to store, 210 fucking, things of Cocoa Blocks or Reptichip, in my little facility,
Right.
So we would hide it behind places, stack it behind the racks.
Right.
And now I'm actually the Canadian distributor now for Go for Cocoa. Mm-hmm. So basically it's almost the same as Cocoa Blocks with the big chip, but they also have a small chip. So it comes in the two sides. I got a container coming from Sri Lanka. It's already landed in Canada. So it'll be here, I think, probably end of next week, maybe. And I got 10 skids in.
I've seen your signs. Like they look good. The Go for Cocoa.
Well, I support them all. Like Reptichip, I've used Reptichip. That's the thing. It's like, I like Reptichip. I love Cocoa Blocks. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with ARS and Freedom Breeder.
They both work.
I love the big chunk on the Cocoa Blocks. Mm-hmm. I like it. I love the sifter. It's just awesome. Yep. Thing is, it doesn't work for my hatchlings. It's too big of a chunk. So we take the small stuff and we've done it in a video where we take the fine stuff and take the sand out and leave the core, the smaller little chunk, and we use that. It's an extra step. you know? And that's why when we had Reptichip, we used Reptichip for everything. It was great. But then seeing the bigger block, I liked it so much more for my adults. Yeah. But it sucks. It's like, oh, I get the best for my adults, but I can't fucking use it for this. This sucks, and it's extra work and this and that. So now there's another company that, you know, and I can now sell. Because with Reptichip, I couldn't sell it because there was already a distributor here in Canada. So it would suck when people come to my place. It's like, oh, man, look, you know, you see like a fucking wall of Reptichip. Oh, can I grab a couple? No, I can't sell it. What do you mean you can't sell it? You got 200 blocks. I'm like, it's for me personally. And it sucks. Like even Austin's like, hey man, I'm like, no, dude, you know what? I signed a fucking piece of paper. You know, if you walk out here and someone sees you walking out with a block, whether, you know, you're going to replace it or not, I'm not doing that. Because if someone was coming in, oh, Austin just bought one. Oh, well, he's my, you know, he works for you. He's allowed to buy it. No. So I couldn't do it, and it really sucked. Not that I wanted to get into coconut, you know, sales, you know, especially at the old facility because we were always busy. We didn't want to have people coming up just to sell one or two, and we weren't really in a spot where it was. We were off the highway, but it was sort of you had to get to it. It wasn't like the best place to have, and it was second level. So it's not like I wanted to do that flipping cocoa up in the air 210 times to fucking, you know, it's not like I could store it, right? And I go through 200 to 300 blocks a year myself for my collection. So now go for cocoa, I've got the big chunk, the small chunk, and I can buy it in a container. I got 10 skids. So nice. What's that? 210 times 10, that's what? 21. Yeah. 21,000 blocks of cocoa on their way to see me. You know, right. So what's great too, so they're not even here yet, and I got my man, Greg West from Cornell's World. He's going to start carrying it and supplying it as well. So he bought 4 skids. So, I mean, as soon as the 10 come in, 2 are going in for my personal use. 4 are already shipped off. So, you know, and then now I don't know how I'm going to look into getting some boxes made so I can start shipping it to some people or pick up, you know, here for pickup. But I love the stuff. It's great. We had some samples sent and we used the small block and I'm like, holy this is perfect. It's like what we get from straining it 2 times, you know, to get the loose. It's like, oh my God. And it's awesome. Really happy with it. And so, yeah, we'll be selling that now and wholesaling it to vendors. Cool. I may see about getting it into the U.S. as well. I don't know how busy it is or, you know, how much is going on or if there's even a need for it there. But, you know, when you're dealing with the premium cocoa, man, it's definitely people like, no, I'd rather pay for the $10 or $15 blocks or the cheap stuff. Man, you get what you pay for, guys. You really do, you know. Right. But, you know, you just got to see which ones.
Austin will be sifting and find a monkey wrench in there.
What did we found? We found a necklace, didn't we? A cross or a hook?
Elias,
yeah. A bottle cap.
Like it looks like an anchor with like a pirate skull.
Yeah, we found bottle caps. I mean, it's crazy. You know, we found a lot of our crystals.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
some bedrock, a lot of different things.
But no, man, it's pretty cool. But I mean, you know, I've tried them all, and you know, I like Reptichip for reasons. I love coconut, cocoa blocks for other reasons. Just like the ARS and Freedom Breeder. Yep. You know, I mean, you know, if I had to choose, I would choose ARS because I've had, you know, it's done more for me and it's more versatile. Plus the price, you know. But I'm happy that I have the Freedom Breeder in my adults.
Yeah, they're sick.
You know, they are. You know, but there's pros and cons, and it's like, you know. I'm finally experiencing it for myself, and you know what my take on them could be different from someone else. But at least now I can say, because people for years it's like, hey man, which one should I get? I'm like, I've used Freedom Breeder I've never used Freedom Breeder. I've only used ARS. I can only tell you about ARS, and it's always been a positive thing, you know. So now that I've actually got them, now I can make my own opinions, and you know, no one has to agree with my opinions, but I'm allowed to have my opinions on what I like and what I don't. And same with you guys. You know,
what are the hatchlings in, Billy?
Sorry?
What are the hatchlings in?
All ARS.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
nice.
But But yeah, like I'll support Freedom Breeder. I'll support ARS. You know, you guys choose. You know, you know, I'll support Reptichip. I'll support Cocoa Blocks. I'll support Go for Cocoa. You know, and I'll put big signs. I got, you know, I went out. I'm not even, you know, promoting or selling their product, but I got you know, I spent, you know, $250 or so on signs that are 4x4 to go up on my facility that I'll show off just because I'm here to support everybody.
And they're in it for us. I mean, that's the thing. It's good to have that. It's good to have healthy competition and people that are supporting what we're doing. Yeah,
and the thing is, you know, I've tried them all. I like some better for some reasons. Like, I love Cocoa Blocks for my adults. I fucking hate it for my hatchlings. Reptichip, I love for my hatchlings. I fucking don't like it as much. I shouldn't say I hate it. I don't like it as much as the other product. So, you know, best of both worlds. If I didn't have Go for Cocoa, I probably would have ordered skids from both. Hey, Reptichip is for my fucking grow-ups and my hatchlings, and Cocoa Blocks is for my adults. That's what I like. Oh, but then you got to order 2 different places. Yeah, it didn't say it was going to be easy, but that's what I like and what I prefer. And if that's what I like and what I prefer, that's what I do. But you know what? I have no ties to any of them except now, like I said, I'm the Canadian distributor for Go for Cocoa. You know, but I'm still, you know, putting all 3 up. Yeah. And fuck, you know, I'm going to push the one I'm selling, obviously, but I'm still fucking pro Go for Cocoa. And I'm pro fucking, you know, Reptichip. And it's a great product. Just you got to find out which one you like better and what works best for you.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the thing, man.
I mean, that doesn't even cover all the additional species for all of those too. You know,
100%. Right. You know, but that's the thing, man. There's so much room and to you know, promote others and you know, just because I have my own opinion and I like something better than another doesn't mean I'm going to shit on the other company. You know, you choose people. You try it all. You know, oh, Billy's using this. I better use it. Oh, I fucking hate this stuff, but Billy uses it, so I better. No, fucking don't do that ever. You know, you try shit out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, wow. And if people get upset because you're not using their product, then that's pretty fucking pathetic. Like, you have choices. You can try things out. You know, like we were talking about, the Easy Hatch trays. When they first came out, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Then I saw another one because I used them for years. First thing, let me buy 150. Yep. Brought them up, fucking used them, showed them off, love them. Now, I found some, you know, oh, fuck, you know, some of them don't fit. Oh, some guy said, hey, let me take this and make it better. Fuck, give me 200 of those. Like, you know. Make things better. I'm not going to shit on Easy Hatch. You know what I mean? They're a fucking amazing product, you know, but there's a better product. Do with what you have, you know?
And just like you were referencing with the different brands of cocoa, they both do different things, you know, better. You know, I'll use Easy Hatch on all my smaller clutches all day long. And then ones that are larger or the eggs are larger and they need a little bit more strategy in how you're putting them in there, you know, that's where the Dragon Hatch comes in. So both of them are both relevant, especially if you're, you know, hovering your eggs in terms of your incubation approach. But
and that's another thing too, is like Greg. I mean, I could have probably called them up and say, hey, let me be the distributor for Canada for Easy Hatch or Dragon Hatch. But I'm like, no, I talked to Greg because I'm doing a couple things with Greg West from Cornell's World. And I'm like, hey man, you know what you should do? You should reach out to this guy and do this. And it's like, I don't want to sell stuff. I'm bringing cocoa in because I have it. People come by. Here's a good product. If you want to come by and pick shit up, I'm here. I don't want to get into the retail aspect. Here's a guy that has all these boxes and shipping and you know, here's a Canadian distributor I've known for many, many years. Now he's distributing the cocoa that I'm distributing. He's also, I'm like, hey man, call this guy. And now he's already the distributor and he linked it up. Now he's the distributor for Dragon Hatch in Canada. So, wow. And I didn't make a penny off of it. You know what? You know what I did? Is I helped a fucking awesome product get to someone that can distribute it and have a better, I want to make all this money. Oh, sorry. It takes me 7 weeks to get it out to you when Greg can have it, you know, and shipped. And he's built to ship. He's built to have stuff in. His website's there. I don't want to have a new website saying, hi, merchandise. Hi, swag. Animals for sale. You know, accessories for sale. I don't want to have to do that. You know, and then it's like, hey guys, you know what? We can't really clean and do this stuff because we got to box up fucking easy hatch trays or dragon hatch trays and cocoa. And, you know, I think even the cocoa might piss me off. Like, holy fuck, this is crazy. Like, you know, I'm not trying to make more work for myself, but it seems like I always do. But I like seeing a product that's great. And I think Greg is in Canada is probably the best person to actually have it to distribute it, because he's already doing that with thermostats, heat tape, racking, you know, the fucking incubators that I have.
Yeah,
he's
sick,
just
by
built
the
to
way.
do that. Yeah, he's just built to do that. And here, man. And he was like, "Oh fuck, thanks, dude." And he's super happy, and it's great, and it'll come around down the road. And you know, I promote him, he promotes me. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So another super chat from my man Don Santa Claus.
Big Dom.
Fair Tree Pythons. Great show tonight. Love the positivity tonight, gentlemen. This is the way the hobby should be.
Yeah, and it is, man.
Definitely.
And you know, in general, it pretty much is, you know. So, what's up, Roddy? What do you want to say? I know it's in your head. What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, not too much. You know, I'm just thinking about Austin and that knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him over there. You know, he's just a trooper, man. We can't see the lower half. It's probably hiked up. You know, he's a beast. So, no, I'm just as excited about everybody else about our season. You know, same as you guys. So, hoping that things go well. You know, we'll have pros and cons. I had one already crawl out, not make it. You know, it's just part of it. So, yeah, it's just a reality. So, but no, we're excited. We went from, I think, six clutches last year to probably 15 this year, maybe a few more. So we just, you know, steady increase, you know, kind of being methodical about our process, you know, just like you, Billy, looking towards the future, you know, making plans now to help for the future. And no, I agree with Don. This is the way things should be, you know, people taking care of each other and helping each other out. I think the difference between, you know, 10, 15 years ago and now is just open communication. And it's not about like telling everybody your deepest, darkest secret. It's about just being candid with information that, you know, may or may not benefit somebody. You know, those days of, you know, I'm not going to tell you that this gene, you know, may not breed, or this gene may, you know, that stuff, you know, is very cryptic and hopefully, you know, not floating around as much as it was previously. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good now because, you know, when you put time in, and I know myself, if I put time into something and it fails, it sucks. But I don't want to have somebody else, especially myself. You know, if I have, you know, I have 2,000 animals, say. Something goes wrong and I lose a couple clutches or I don't hit what I wanted, it doesn't really kill me because I've got so much.
Right.
If someone else is invested and they got 3 or 4 clutches and they lose 2 of them, it's devastating. It's like, holy fuck, like, oh my God, like it's not good. So if I can, you know, and it takes it, if you do this right and you grow stuff up and it, you know, it could take 2-3 years before you have that chance to hit it. But if you're hitting something that's lethal, and I know it is, I don't want to see somebody spend 2-3 years to get all this. Oh my God, oh my God, I got eggs. Oh my God, and I know it's gonna. Oh man, watch when they open the eggs, they're all gonna be fucked. Oh my God, if you get excited over watching someone else fucking lose, wow, man, you're a piece of shit.
Problem.
Like really, man, it's wrong mindset. Yeah, it is. So if I know, hey guys, this is what happens. You know, I've done it, and I want to share that. And if other people can say, hey, yeah, that is true, or hey, that's what I want to do, you know? And when I speak, it's because it's happened to me. I've had experience. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've seen. And if I put it out there and I'm right, great. And if I'm not, then cool. Then maybe it was just something that I did. But I want people to know because I don't want to see them go through that 2-3 years and get so, oh my God, I can't wait. Fucking 14 more days. I get to cut my eggs. Wow. And I know they're fucked. Like there's no fun in that because guess what? All that time, all that, oh my God, that feeling that, you know, oh my God, I'm going to be triumphant. Oh my God, I go, wow, all these years it finally pays off. And nope, it's shitty. I don't want them to build towards that and know that they're going to fail. You know, put it out there, you know, and I just wish more people would see the benefit of helping people, you know? And there's no way, like, people, if somebody came in and they were as big as me in 3 years, cool. I can't even make enough shit to supply myself and my own customers.
Right.
So how the fuck are you going to come in and, oh my God, you're taking it all away? I can't even fulfill my own fucking orders. Like,
Exactly.
it's crazy. You know, I got people fucking, I think he was in the comments, I won't say his name, but he's like, hey man, you got any super asphalt females? I'm like, no, but I'm hoping to hit some. I go, you know, but I got a fucking huge lineup. He goes, I'll start making monthly payments on it now. And I'm like, no, I mean, because I don't even know if I'm going to try, and I don't even know what I'm going to hit. I'm trying to hit, I'm not just trying to make super asphalts. I'm trying to make fucking crazy combo super asphalts, and who knows if I'm even going to sell them, right? Because I need them for myself. But it's something where I can't even make enough. I mean, I had a few guys, hey man, I need super asphalt male of some sort. Fuck, I kept hitting females. I'm like, oh my God. And, you know, he had to go buy from someone else, you know? But I can't even make enough to supply the demand. Ghost pides, I mean, DG pides, enhancer pides, DG and enhancer clowns. I could make 20 of them and still need 50 more. And I can't even make 20 this year. You know what I mean? Sure. It's like we can't, people got to stop thinking, oh, he's my competitor. If you think someone's your competitor, you're fucking doing this all wrong. Or you're breeding the wrong shit. You're breeding fucking pastels or spiders or lemon blast. Right. If you're breeding spiders and lemon blast, yeah, you've got competition, lots of it. And good luck fucking selling.
Called head wobble.
You know, go find a fucking wholesaler now. And before they're even out, just say, hey, you're taking all this fucking animals I'm producing this year. You know, I mean, all the stuff that we're chasing and stuff, like, you know, you can't make enough. You really can't. And all the people getting in and growing year after year, someone's needs now, oh, I can't afford that, that's $5,000. But when you make them and they're $3,000, there's 20 more people that want to buy them. You got to stop thinking that everyone's your competitor. You know, you want to see people do well. You can't. You know, like fucking Justin. Oh, I made a Pompeii. Oh, fuck. Justin's probably going, oh my God, Billy's going to ruin me. He made one Pompeii. Well, no, because I ain't selling that fucking Pompeii. It's in my own collection. Meanwhile, you know, he makes 2 or 3 and there's 30 people that want one. We can't fucking keep up with the fucking demand, people. No. The supply's not there. It probably never will be, especially the way we're building and stacking and people are understanding projects. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as a fucking competition. Unless we can make 1,000 of each. If we can make 1,000 of every fucking combo, then yeah, you're fucked. But it ain't happening with the odds and the stuff, you know? It's crazy, you know? Think positively and promote others and help them get to where they are and work with people, man.
Yeah, two shout outs, I think. Yeah, definitely Zach, a rising tide raises all the ships. Couldn't have been said any better. And then Dorian, he said, fun fact, 1/3 of all ball pythons on open market have pastel. Better add enhancer or DG than.
Or freeway, man. Freeway pastel clown combos are fucking sick. I'm going to show you some of the adults that I've got. And they look fucking brighter than when they're out of the egg. Like,
I don't know if it's a gift or a curse, but I can't get enough of the yellow belly stuff, man.
Yeah.
I know that people are saying that it's a split deal because you got all these different. I mean, I'm cool with it all. You know?
Man.
I'm good with it all. It's great. It's great stuff. So
Quebec City super chat.
Hi guys, love y'all. Great content.
That's my man Eric.
Yeah, good work, Eric. Thank you. For sure.
But yeah, no.
Austin, what do you got cooking over there? We need some positive vibes coming from you. I know you're tired and down and out. So what do you got going on? You just dropped a few new videos, had some pickups. What are you excited about?
Got some nice Ultramel stuff. Ultramel's looking amazing right now.
Okay.
Elias.
Zach wants to hear that, so.
Yeah, Zach. Zach already knows. He knows Ultramel's amazing. Like, it's crazy. But me and Lord Elion, we just had a split clutch shot. It was a banana super pastel Mojave spot nose clown to an Ultramel. And then we hit 7 bananas. So that looks like they're all going to be male, right? But we sexed them and we actually got a few females. So we're really excited about that.
Multiple?
Yeah,
Two.
we got more than one. So
Good
it was
work.
really cool.
That is cool.
And they're powerhouse females too. So we're just really excited about that.
That is good vibes on the odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother thing. Like there's the genetic odds, but then the sex odd. It's just a whole
it's
nother.
even-
Yeah. Like, oh, especially with banana. My goodness.
Yeah.
Or
But
coral glow, yeah.
we killed these sex odds with the bananas. So it was amazing for us.
Yeah, moving forward at Mutation Creation, we're not going to sex our animals right away like we used to. We're going to wait for them to be at least 6 months to a year old and see what they want to identify as.
Yeah. That's it.
I thought you were being serious for about like 5
I
seconds.
was
did for a split
I was
second,
trying
and
to be. Oh my God. I think I got that one pretty good. I was trying to fucking not
Right.
bust my laugh open.
That's funny.
That was good. That was good.
Ah, shit.
We just need females, Billy. So thank you. Pick us the ones that identify with that.
Ah, shit.
That's funny.
Crazy.
Well, good. Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of excitement around that project around Ultramel, especially, with what you're doing with it, Austin. So it'll be good.
Oh yeah. Ultramel clowns, I'm telling you, they're insane. And we're
Some of
starting
the-
getting some really cool combos. Like I can't wait to see a spot nose, yellow belly, Ultramel clown.
Oof, yeah.
Like the oranges are just gonna be so much more intense. Purples are gonna be there. It's gonna be crazy.
I have a question for everybody in the chat. If there's any photographers in here, we're looking at upgrading our camera game. And I know I've been down a rabbit hole of research. I'm that guy, where you just get stuck in analytics and descriptions and so many things. But for what we do in inside photography, a lot of times, DM me or put it in the chat. What do you guys think is the best tool for the job? I know there's a lot of cell phone cameras and what have you, but one thing Billy's talked about and a lot of guys, like, you got to take great pictures. So what's the best tool for the job?
You
I know
you
when
should,
we're
Catherine, Stellar Serpents. She's a professional photographer. Same as Brittany Gobble,
Okay. I've talked to Brittany a little bit. Yep.
Yeah.
She put out a video with Snakes and
Fat
the
Man?
Fat Man.
Yep.
Yep. That was a good episode. She talked a lot about the intricacies of photography for reptiles and stuff. It was good.
Yeah, I almost finished the one that he was just on with SD Design.
Okay.
The branding and the
Yeah,
logos
the
and stuff. Yeah, it was good. Zach, you mentioned Zach Nava.
Zach actually put me on to him.
Yeah, which is cool. So I'm almost done that. And yeah, man. Chris Eaton coming with some heat.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's
Repping
awesome.
A lot of cool stuff.
So
Reach out to Brittany. Yeah, I have
yeah.
been super helpful for sure. She's probably not wanting to babysit too many camera questions. She's probably like, do your research, buddy. But there's so much. I mean,
Yeah,
just like
it's-
that's like getting into ball pythons and saying which gene should I get?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, because I guess there's certain cameras that are better for the bodies than lenses, and depending
Yes.
on stuff and it's
stabilization
like, wow,
and
yeah,
do you want video? And then I know a lot of vloggers like the Canon because they have the flip screen, but then you go to what's better in low light, lower megapixels for low light, higher megapixels for high.
it's then something that you got to choose and have a preference of there's this here. I love this, but I wish I had this, but I love this so much that it's more, it's more appealing to me than having this. And you got to make sort of a choice. So I think it's like anything else, man. You got to choose and make a preference and go from there.
Right. Make it work.
Make it work.
Make it work for sure.
So any questions in the chat?
Yeah.
This is fucking flying through. Like, I mean, I
Dude,
felt like we've
it's
talked
going
for,
by
it's
so
only
fast.
2.5 hours. And normally I'm like, holy fuck. Like, it's dark out now. And I'm like, holy shit, it's only been 2.5 hours? What the fuck? Shit.
Rodney, reach out to Troy. Okay. For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Troy at Best Dressed. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not too far from me. He's an Iowa guy.
Yeah.
Good.
I want to get him on here, too. I want to bring him on. I got a few people.
Yeah. His marketing is incredible. Like, I love the way he presents himself, carries himself, his branding. It's great.
Yeah.
Still filming with the better video. Yeah, I mean, there's a million ways to do it for sure. I think ultimately it's like you said, Billy, it's personal preference, what have you. But I know that there's, some people that are Ryobi tool people and some people that are DeWalt. So
Fucking. DeWalt's all right, but you got to go Hilti, baby. Come on. Hilti.
okay.
But I like DeWalt too, because it's
Yeah.
black and yellow, like your.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I have the DeWalt's in the garage for sure. The bells and whistles are solid. Yeah, any questions in the chat? Any need to knows?
Oh, and we got to give a huge shout out to fucking Zach. You know who Zach is? Nava Reptiles? That guy? Mr. Ultramill? That guy? Next week, because of his push, next week guest is going to be Miri of MSB Reptiles.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, she was, actually, I don't know if she's still there. She's, is she still there? She was at oh my God, the Tarantula Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
Deadly
that.
Tarantula Girl.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's been there
Yeah.
all week.
Nice.
Herping.
Is she from Texas?
Tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting too old. I have too much to remember.
Right. Other species, Zach said. Underrated. I think reptiles in general are getting a lot of positive push. I don't know. I think something that's a little obscure that I would like to have that's starting to get into some morphs are blue tongues. They're pretty cool.
Oh, skinks.
Yeah, the bigger blue tongue skinks. Yeah, Maddie's all about those. She's been asking me for one for a while, so I'm kind of waiting to find the right one color-wise and stuff like that. But yeah, I think those are pretty neat. They're different. Their tongue just is an attention getter. So if you ever were to bring them around kids or what have you, they're pretty docile. You guys, Cayman lizard, you guys have some cool stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys looking into in terms of just having as display animals for future? Austin's like, I'm trying to get Billy to buy everything.
He wants more than I want.
Yeah, well, I got Fiji iguanas coming. I got a pair of Fiji iguanas.
Got the frogs coming.
Yeah, I got frogs coming for the paludariums.
We had fish out of nowhere.
Fish
We got-
are hard.
Well, we just got fish in the bottom of the paludariums. It's not
That's
like it's
gonna
fish. I was gonna get a fish.
Still.
I am still looking at getting a fish tank, but I mean that's down the road. I think that's gonna cost me like 30 to 40 grand for a fucking fish tank.
Right.
16, 17 feet wide by 3 feet high. It's gonna be nuts, and it's gonna be suspended in the air. It's gonna be nuts.
It will be nuts.
Yeah, it'd be pretty crazy. Like, who else has one? You come on in, like, what the
Right.
fuck? This is nuts.
That'll be cool. It'll be killer.
Oh, shit. Straight fire. Reptiles in the building. What's going on, my man? I'll have to get him on here, too, soon.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It's like, oh, you should have Levant on. It's like, and this was like months back. It's like, he was just on.
That was one. Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, you don't want to bring someone on and then oh, hey, say the same shit 2 weeks later. You know what I mean? So I'd rather bring him on in another month or two when he's got some fucking fire popping up. It's like, hey, man. So
some of these posts that he has going on right now, I think the fire's coming.
Some of the posts, like fuck, every fucking post.
Every post.
Guy's a fucking monster.
Every
It's
post.
like, man, he's got shit fucking on eggs that I'm trying to fucking make as hatchlings. Like,
Just insane.
fucking love him. He's awesome.
Such a great time of the year. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Levance has a post. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's crazy. I can't wait to see what everyone's producing this year and some of the new things, people putting in some effort and doing, thinking out of the box and, like what's new? What's going to be crazy that we all need? Like, holy fuck, what's in that? This gene? No shit. Fuck, I just dumped all mine.
That's what, Yeah. I think for me, Billy, that's what I appreciate about breeding ball pythons more than anything is cracking the codes. I think that's when I looked in the mirror and was like, what do I enjoy about this? I like working projects to kind of unleash some of the potential that people may think it has, so I can totally understand where people are taking like these recessive projects because that's kind of feeding the beast a little bit, I like to uncrack the code, see what this does, what this does. So
yeah, and here's the thing, what people don't realize, okay? So if you have a gene that you're into, so say you're new, you've been into this for a couple years or even 3 to 5 years, and you've got a bunch of stuff that you're working with, like You know, Ryu, is it the Ryu? What's the, is it,
Rio?
the Rio?
I have no idea.
Rio,
Dean?
Yeah, what's the super
Yeah.
form of it?
Ario?
Arroyo.
Arroyo, yeah. So
Yeah.
here's the thing: like a gene like that, a gene like lace, a few other genes that have been around that people have seen. You're working with it with your limited collection or certain genes that you have. Hey, I put it to this year. Hey, I put it to this. I put it to this. Meanwhile, another person can get it and put it to the stuff that you didn't put it to and unlock the fucking key. Like, holy shit. So someone like me, I have it, or I get a lot of it, and I put it into all the type of the crazy shit, and I unlock something. You shouldn't be angry. Oh, fucking Billy made this. No, it's like, what the fuck did he? Wow, shit, I've got fucking, oh my God. Now it's like, holy shit. Now it gives you a fucking direction to go. Yep. You know, because you're sitting there. I mean, I've worked on some genes now that I'm putting it into this. I'm like, oh, you know, if I give up on it and someone puts it to a gene that I have, I just never thought of putting it to. It's like, oh my God, it makes that? Fuck, I don't have any more of it. I gave up. So it inspires other people because, I mean, Justin did it to you know, so many times, you know, with me, where I had yellow belly and leopard back in 2009, 2008. I never put them together because I didn't want to make fucking ivories. Who knew? You know, I don't know why he did it, but he put it in towards something and actually hit. And he's like, what the fuck is this? This is a leopard ivory. What the fuck? It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and I could have done that 5 years prior. I just didn't put them together. And I have them in everything. I have so much yellow belly. I probably have 1,000 animals that have yellow belly in it. Probably. I would say at least 600-700. You think? Austin?
Maybe more.
Maybe, yeah. You know, it's one of my base. I have it in clown. I have it in pied. I have it in lav. I have it in ghost. I have it in everything. But it's just me working with that for 5 or 6 years. I never made a leopard fucking ivory when I had the tools, and I have so many. I just didn't want to make ivories. He's like, you know, I don't know why he did it or whatever, but he ended up doing it. And guess what? Fuck, I've been making them ever since. I actually bought a pastel. And it was a great purchase. I don't know what I paid for it, but back in 2016, I bought the one, I think it was one of the first ones that he sold, was the pastel ivory leopard. And then I bred it, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I want yellow belly into clown. I bred it to a clown, and I end up getting visuals. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I messaged Justin. I'm like, hey, man, what the fuck? You know, what's this animal? He goes, yeah, it's 50% that clown. I'm like, wow, no, it's actually 100. And that male from 2016, he's been breeding. He's a champ for me. He's the one that makes all my freeway leopard clowns, you know? So, I mean, it's just awesome. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when you have genes that you're working on, you know, don't really give up on them. I mean, you know, to an extent, don't have your whole collection just trying to fucking try to find and unlock the key, because someone will do it for you. And if you're working on a gene and you're doing this and years go by and that's all you're concentrating on and nothing pops or no one else makes it pop, you've wasted a lot of fucking time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you got to sort of have like, hey, you know, here's a couple of my dinkers, and here's some solid stuff, and here's stuff for the future. You got to diversify your portfolio or your collection in order to get a bunch of stuff. You know, you really do.
You never know when you need to loop it back around. You're exactly right.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, pinstripe, you know, who would have thought that, you know, it's going to put all that pattern on pieds? You know, now it's like a thing. You know, a lot of people making pin pieds, right? Like inchy, like some of the stuff, like you said, leopard into the yellow belly complex, like solid.
Yep.
You know, that stuff's great.
Well, this year I've got, I'm hoping. So this year I should have Mojave dreamsicles, pinstripe dreamsicles, black pastel, Enchi dreamsicles, black pastel, pinstripe dreamsicles, black pastel Mojave dreamsicles, on all those combos. Enchi dreamsicle, orange dream, calico. Yeah, I got calico. Yeah, I got some calico.
That'd be sick.
And then next year, I've got my Enchi, Calico, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Het Pied. Oh, sorry, Pied Het Lab female that's going to go. She's a powerhouse. She looks awesome. So, yeah, just crazy stuff, you know, where pin everybody threw off. I even have a lot of, so this year I have chances of Is it clown or is het G-stripe? What do we got? The pinstripe clown, het enhancer,
50% het G-stripe.
50% het G-stripe, and that was paired to a few animals. One of them was the red stripe, genetic stripe, het enhancer, 50% het clown.
Exciting.
Isn't that the one at the top?
I don't think it's that clown though. I think it's just a red stripe, G-stripe, het enhancer.
Well, the babies will be het clown. That's at least
100%, yeah.
So
We're making them.
Red stripe, pinstripe, G-stripe enhancer, het clowns. What?
Yeah.
Triple stripe, but not tri. Right.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. My tri-stripe male's gone to a bunch of different combos. Like I'm making a bunch of cool stuff. Enchi Ultramel is gone into like fucking Ultramel, some Pied, some clown. We got a lot of good ghost clown stuff coming.
Somebody earlier asked what project we were excited about here, and I would say tri-stripe is something we don't have that I probably would want to work eventually. So the fact that you're making some, Billy, it's good news.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like stuff here and there. I just wish I had some stuff earlier. It's like even the size that we are, there's stuff that we wish we had or we wish we hit or wish fucking bred last year. Like, it sucks because, I mean, Ultramel Pied, Ultramel Clowns next year. I got a lot of cool double, triple, quadruple hets coming. Next year, I should have a lot of, triple and quad hets breeding. So I've got a lot this year. Like I have a lot of like exanthic clown combos, ghost clown,
Nice.
enhancer desert ghost, clowns.
So sick.
Yeah.
Hey, Austin, what is the gene that makes Ultramel pop? Like what the pastel to enhancer or the pastel to lace? What is that? What makes it pop?
Well, Enchi makes it pop, especially.
Enchi.
Like, have you seen Billy's Enchi? Even Orange Dream also makes it pop.
Cody.
Yeah,
Get more oranges.
100%. There's a lot more oranges, cleaner pattern, nice head stamp.
Can you show a couple of them? They were sick.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of crazy stuff to do with Ultramel. Like we're just touching the surface. Even pastel and Ultramel looks amazing.
Yeah, like
Does
I had so many from last year and even the year before. I've got a lot of Ultramel combos, like Ultramel clowns. Like I've got I sold one. I got a 1.2 Mojave clown head Ultramel.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of Ultramel cryptic Mojave stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of cool things, but a lot of DG stuff. I like DG and enhancer. I think. I wish I had more of both, but it's coming.
Always, yeah.
But Pied, Clown, Lav, Ghost, you name it. And then hopefully the monsoon stuff, we should have a lot of monsoon cool stuff.
Yeah, I think we're all waiting to see that. It's going to be sick. It's going to be really cool.
It's pretty wild.
How many months are we waiting, Billy?
Do I have any? I have a few gravid females. Do I not?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like 70.
No, but I mean for the monsoon pied.
Oh, you have one.
Yeah, one.
I have one too.
And then we've got a few that like I'm still pairing.
Yeah.
So.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Oh yeah.
Leafs 1-2-1. Fucking yeah, baby.
They went good.
Yeah.
Sick.
Super happy. That's
These guys
awesome.
These guys said they need some hats in the chat. I guess I got to get some made, huh? For sure.
Is that you make them or is that stitched?
No, we didn't. I actually had these out because there's nobody stitching this because they're embroidered. I could make some, but they wouldn't be as nice. We don't have an embroidery, so we don't have the machine to do it. So I wanted it to be embroidered instead of just like the press. So well, yeah, I'll definitely get on that. But I never made any extras because I was just going to wear these for myself.
If you're looking for embroidered ones, my partner of Husbandry Pro, Robert, that's his other company. He has a hat company.
For sure. Yeah, I wasn't actually too excited with my interactions with these ones, so I might have to message you.
Another super chat.
Shane Orton, what do you know about the new recessive zebra gene? Saw it for time today on a post from Steve's Morph.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Isn't that the one that looks like spider, but it's not? Is that the same one, or is that another?
Levance was saying that too earlier about the zebra gene.
Yeah. I mean, if you can make, spider combos, the right combos are phenomenal. Problem is they have the wobble. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into making. So to me, I like creating new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guess what? I can make a combo that was made 10 years ago, but it has no wobble. I don't think it would entice me. I'd have to look more into it. I hope it had more color or pattern, or it had more of an effect. But, I don't want to make, and then how do you have a recessive gene if it's the right one? I'm just, if it's a recessive gene that looks like spider, how can you work so hard to make it when there's an animal that looks like it for next to nothing? Is it worth pursuing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel the same way.
I'm not going to sit there and make something that was made 10 years ago with the new zebra gene. It took me 43 years to make, and someone's like, hey, this one's fucking, $1,000. Well, this one's $200. It looks the exact same. Yeah, but this one doesn't have a wobble. Yeah, but it's $200. You know what I mean?
And sometimes they don't have wobbles. That's the thing. Like,
a zebra looks like Enchi with a lot more striping influence.
Okay. Like,
is the zebra from Mills?
Weebles wobbles, they don't fall down.
Yeah, it's like an NG on steroids.
Is it the who makes it? Is that Mills?
Adam Chesla Reptiles.
Oh, Adam, yeah, out in Florida. Cool. I'd have
He
to
has
look
a lot
at
of them posted on Facebook. I don't know if he produced it, or he started it, but he has a lot of photos.
Cool.
Yeah, I have to check that out for sure. That's another thing.
It's an incomplete DOM. It's not recessive.
Incomplete. Yeah, how many genes come into the market per year? That's another thing. Like, when do you take that step to invest in that project, and when don't you? That's something probably, Billy, that crosses your mind and your ears, daily.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, Billy, you getting into this project? Hey, which one do you commit to? Which one don't you? That's a tough call all the time. So,
yeah. No, that's the thing too, is this week, I'm actually going to be going through the collection. We're actually doing it. We're supposed to do it today.
Mm-hmm.
But we just got caught up with a bunch of stuff, and we left early because it's a holiday here. So we went and we're going to go through the collection. I'm going to pull a lot of adults and holdbacks out, and I'm going to revamp my morph market and some of the updated some stuff and do some of that because I want to wean down and focus in on certain projects now, and then reinvest, listening to, the episode with Showcase, with what he did. And I'm like, fuck, there's so much shit Austin's been telling me for years. Like, why do you got this? Well, fuck, it's this. Like, you got like 5 of them. Yeah, right. But I can, you already got breeding size. Why are you raising this up? And I'm like, and I never get around to posting it. It still sits there. It still grows. But I want to start going in and really focusing now. It's like, why do I have 18 dreamsicles and pastel dreamsicles and black pastel dreamsicles? And, why? How many do I really need? Even though if I get rid of them and years down the road, it's like, fuck, why did I get rid of those? It's nuts. But, there's other stuff I want to do around the facility. There's another business project that I'm looking at getting into. So, there's a lot. I mean, I want to just expand on a bunch of different things. And I want to set myself and mutation creation up to be sort of self-sufficient in ways where, if anything fucks up, it's because us. You know, we fucked it up.
Right.
Not like, you know, you know, I just want to have more, you know, like I always say, like no one will do it as better than, or with as much passion or heart or effort than you would.
For sure.
Know? And if we can keep that where it's all in-house, you know, where everything we do is I think it's smarter for us and better for us. And there's a lot of things that we'll be coming out with on stuff that we've been looking into. And I don't know.
When the folks were asking earlier, like things you should do when you first start breeding, I was going to say, put together a plan, a strategic plan for you to be as independent as possible in terms of your operations. You know, that should always be the goal. You know, so you're not at the mercy of, you know, maybe a rodent breeder, especially with a smaller collection, you know, or something like that. And those are goals, but you know, those are things to look into, like for long-term stuff. Like this is where you want to be. So you're self-sustaining, so you can dictate the choices you want to make moving forward. You know, some people they think that you have to always be tied to, you know, certain providers, certain companies. But, you know, if you can be as independent as possible, that's a huge step in the right direction. Yeah.
No, I even ask Austin. I always come up with some of these ideas. And then Chris Ward was by last weekend. And he was talking about some things. And I'm even thinking of like, hey, I can put like get like an outbuilding out back, whether it's storage containers that are modified or build a little thing out the back. I have power already out there. Let's go get a fucking CNC machine and start making our own little racks. And we can do little, you know, PVC enclosures and do custom racking and do it right. I mean, I'm amazing with tools. I have a background in carpentry for like 10 to 15 years. So, you know, I can do it, and I'm sort of meticulous, and I'd have it perfect, and
yes,
you know, and then that way now we could actually do something like that. It's like, hey, let's utilize the space and get into a different industry. But it's like, it's like more work, and I'd have to learn, and I'm probably gonna fuck up a lot, and you know, Austin's like going, yeah, it'd be a good idea, and then it's like, maybe not, you know. Because then I'd be like, hey, Austin, give me a hand. What's that? A big truck of fucking, 4x8 sheets of PVC, you know. Come on in, let's do it. Let's unbomb it. And then he'd be like, get a fucking forklift. It's like, yeah, it'd be a great idea. And then we'd have to modify this. Then I have to have a place to put the fucking forklift. And you never know, right? But, you know, when I do something, I want to keep going to the next level, right?
Yeah.
But it would be pretty cool making our own racks.
That'd be huge.
Yeah, but the only thing is, it'd be cool beforehand. Like, I don't need as many now. So, you know.
There you go. Right, there you go.
If this was like 10 years ago, it's like, I can build my own racks. I have as much room as, keep it going. Keep the machine on. But no, it might be cool because people are always looking for good stuff. And, you know, I mean, like, was it TGR or TRG? They went down.
TGR, yeah.
TGR, yeah. I mean, it'd be cool, right? I can make different stuff. I can be creative. I don't know. You never know. But I am constantly looking at something new for the hobby, for the industry. I'm even looking at a different way to market myself to different things. You know, certain things that I do, or I don't know. I'm always thinking, man. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, and you've been really successful at a lot of those, with those thoughts coming to fruition too. I mean, that's the thing that, you know, you have to kind of look at is like, yeah, the reason why you keep having ideas is because you've had some good ones, you know, that are actually working. You know, you start having multiple failures and you're like, okay, so let me stop thinking about that. But yeah, you're doing a lot of things that have really revolutionized how we stay in contact with each other. You know, we talked about it earlier, and it's really appreciated, man. Serious. So I don't think, you know, I don't know if people are telling you that enough, but it's been huge for people that are just getting into it, and it's been huge for people that, you know, need a refresher sometimes. So you could see there's all different walks of life in the chat. You know, people that have been doing
100%,
this,
man. Yeah.
You know, people that just started yesterday and everything in the middle. So, and there's a reason for that, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, I don't know. There's just so much I want to do, and it's just finding the time, and I'm always trying to do something else. And you know, Austin can tell you, it's like, Philly, there's 5 other things we need to do before that. Yeah, but we'll get to that. Like, fuck. But somehow we get through it. I mean, it's, it's amazing. But one thing I like is just everything new and it changes, and I just appreciate it. Like, the funny thing is like we talked about it earlier. Me and Austin, we were just sitting there. It's like, fucking, like, this is so crazy. And then I was like, imagine, I'm standing there with my arms. Imagine we used to have all this in this much room. And we were, it's like, 1,000 square feet. We had all this. Now we got 3,000 square feet. And it's, it's such an amazing accomplishment. And I think it's definitely well needed. And it's amazing what we're going to do there.
Yep.
It's
I know
nuts.
we're all watching. No, we're very excited for you guys, man. It's been so sick to watch the evolution of it. Just from when you pitched it, like, hey, we're thinking about this. Look at this building, to what it is now with all the decals and everything. It's just so sick.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's in this much time.
Yeah, and it's just keep updating. Like, that's what
Right.
these guys said. Like, I ended up getting it, and then like we had a month delay.
Right.
Because I couldn't acquire insurance for the amount that the landlord wanted. So everyone's like, well, that's fucking ridiculous. $2 million's fine. It's like, well, my guy wants 5, and this nope, won't do it. No, then I finally found it. It's like, dude, ask him, because you know what? This $5 million liability insurance, it's gonna cost you a lot more than the 2. 2 is standard. I don't know why he wants 5. So I'm like, hey man, I'm having issues. I've already paid like 3 weeks worth of rent, and I can't get the keys to this place. And he's like, nope, we want 5. I'm like, okay. So I called the one person. I'm like, give it to me. So done. A week later, got the fucking key in. Bam, bam. Here, do that. Thank God I know what building is and how to build, and I had people come in and orchestrated what I wanted, how I wanted it, and
you
and
crushed
got
the
them
low
in.
voltage stuff quick.
Yeah, we got it
boom.
probably 2 months, 2.5 months. We had it from fucking scratch to everything brand new put in, and rocking and rolling. So
all of the little touches, man. Everything. The barn door, so sick. With your big logo right there, and then the glass, everything just
I'm
dope.
super
glad that
happy
it came.
with the glass. Hey, Austin?
Yeah, the
It's
glass
like,
is amazing.
we're still like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
I just love it. Like, a little tiny thing like that at a high expense is something that just is like that little touch. It's just that one thing. And, one thing is, spending more or doing it right the first time, it's so rewarding. Because you know what? I know myself, if I didn't do the back floor without that speckling, it still was nice. It was like the front, polished concrete. There was a few little flaws here and there. I probably still would have been happy, but now was the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there home, I'm like, fuck, man, it's $8,000. Should I spend it? I'm like, oh, it's like, fuck, and I'm like, I don't know. Best fucking thing I did. Same thing with the thing. With the glass. The glass was like 13 or 14,000.
It's so sick.
And it's like, fuck, like it's worth every penny now. If I didn't do it, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, fuck, why didn't I put the floor down? Hey guys, is there any way we can move everything out for a month? Or a couple weeks while they put the epoxy in? No.
Austin said,
fuck.
no go.
Yeah.
Forklift.
It would have been like, fuck, what do we do? So I'm so glad I did it right, and I did it at an expense, because now it's done perfectly, and I'm so happy. And we see it all the time. We're so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate you sharing. It looks great. Things are awesome. I mean, just how fast it came together is mind-blowing to me. I'm just like, man, Billy's went from a pitch to a reality, like real quick, just boom, 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 video.
I do that a bit, Austin?
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
even the podcast.
just
Right.
get
We've
it done.
been looking for a property forever. I feel like it's been a year. Like, you're in, you already built everything. I mean, it's literally Wonderland. I'm looking through ads. Like, oh no, that's not gonna work. Oh man, maybe. Let me go walk this one. So it'll come, but hopefully next month or so. That's the new news for us.
That's awesome.
We're looking to get a new property, and expand a little bit. So it'll be good.
Yeah, one thing that I do, I find opportunity, or it's in front of me, and I like holy shit, like I can turn this into something. I can work with this. I can invest in this. I can do something with this. This is something that, hey, or I'll learn it. And I just go with it. I get a gut feeling or that instinct, and I jump on it and I roll. And if I do well, I do well. And if I don't, at least I tried, and I do that with a lot of things. And, but I also listen to other people's critiques and other stuff. And, Austin will say something, then I'll scream at him. I'm like, no, what the fuck? No, you're wrong. And it's like, no, you're wrong. And then sometimes, probably most of the time I am. But then I'm like, yeah, I was wrong. But, it is. It's fun, though.
Sometimes it happens. The best way to have a great idea is to have lots of them. So some of them might not work out.
I think the funniest one was, we're going to have all these animals moved in a week. Austin's like, dude, there's no fucking way you're moving all those racks in a week. Sure we will. We'll do 5 here, do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you realize what we just did for the last fucking 12 hours with 5 of us. It was like 3 racks, right? Yeah, but we'll work longer. We'll get more, hire more people. Don't worry, we'll get it done fucking in a week. It was like a week later, it's like half's done. And it's like, oh my God, like we're taking the next couple days off. Then it was like, because we didn't have, because my mindset's get it done now. Like today is like, don't do tomorrow what you can do today. And that's my mindset. Get it done. And then it got to the point where it's like, oh my God, my back, the stairs, we were so dead. It's like, okay, you know what? Now, instead of go, yeah, right. Instead of go, let's get it done. It's like, okay, you know what? Now we're going to take 2 days off. We're not doing anything. We're going to relax and recoup. And then we'll do this on this day and do this. And then that 1 week that Billy wanted it done was like 4 weeks. But we fucking survived it because we were like, oh my God, like we couldn't even sit. Like it hurt to get into your car at the end of the day, Austin? Like, oh my God. And then I wake up in the morning, oh my God, my back, oh my legs, my arms. Like I was so sore. Oh, it was crazy. But I do put unrealistic things on, but I try to shoot for it. But then me knowing it's like, okay, this ain't going to work, But the fucking day I mentioned it, Austin's like, there's no way. I was fucking, fuck you. If you don't want to do it, I'll fucking work 24 hours. I'll hire fucking other guys. Like I was fucking flipping out. And Austin's just sitting there going, you're a fucking idiot, Billy. Like, you wait. And sure enough, a week later, I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, you know what? We're going to take 3 weeks to do this. This is how we're doing it. Oh, my God. But at first, I was, like, flipping out. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's like, how the fuck can I forget? But I get excited. When I get excited and help, it seems like I'm screaming. But I'm not really screaming. But Austin's seen me scream. It's not a pretty sight.
I mean, shoot for perfection, settle for excellence. That's what I'm hearing.
Got a super chat from
Paul.
Paul Seraphim Serpents. Let's not forget about the Jet Fund.
Jet Fund, baby.
Coming soon, hopefully.
Yeah, who knows? It's cool though. Maybe it'd be cool. See, you never know. You never know.
Man said you gotta have those people, to keep you sane, keep you pushing. That's good. I think it comes back to this whole episode, comes back to just the positive psychology of things, man. Really, relationships, meaning, all that stuff. You made it come to life, and just telling your story, Billy. And that's really what, at the end of the day, things boil down to, to keep your own mental health, proper, and to make sure that you're on the right track. I've had lots of people ask me, hey, because they know that I focus on positive stuff, like, hey, what's happiness? I'm just like, you can define that, but here's some things that let you know that you're at your best, and just kind of go from there. So just like, what's the right incubation temperature? What's the right tub temperature?
Right.
Yeah. Just per your setup, when your snakes are doing this, and this, that they're flourishing, I don't know what that degree is, if that's going to make a difference or not in your particular setup. Same thing with happiness in your particular life. I don't know what's going to make you feel like you're flourishing, but if you're doing this, and this, then usually you're on the right track. So.
Yeah, and some people's happinesses they're way on either end of the spectrum. What makes me happy might not make someone else happy, and then what makes them happy, I'm like, what the fuck? Everyone's unique. Everyone has their own goals. People get into this and they're like, oh, you know what? I mean, You know, it's almost like everyone, when they get into this, it's like they're almost like, you know, oh, you should breed. But if people don't want to breed, then you don't have to. You know, you can choose, you know, and that's why one of the questions is, you know, for Convos and Coffee is, what are your goals? Some people's like, you know what, I'm happy with 40, and, you know, I don't see about doing this. I don't think I want to do it full time. I like my job. Or other people's like, you know what, in 3 to 5 years, I'd really like to do this full time. But you know what I mean? Like, everyone's is different. And, you know, what I can do and what makes me happy is basically one of the things why Mutation Creation, you know, is at where it's at, and why I keep pushing it, because I need that. You know, I used to work, you know, 8 to 12 hours, and sometimes night shift. And I'd come in after, you know, getting up at 2 a.m. I'd come in at like 1 or 2, 3 in the afternoon after working all day with hardly any sleep. I'd come in and I'd spend a couple hours. These guys would go, and I would do that. And it's like, wow, you know, it was always still doing both businesses. And then when the other business is gone, guess what? I'm still fucking as busy as I was, if not more than I had the both. You know, it's because it's like, I need that. I want to challenge myself. I want to push myself. I know we can take things to another level. And even this year, I mean, I had a little bit of doubts moving, but Austin's like, no, we're going to have a great season. Look at this, what's going on. And, you know, we've really excelled with, you know, Husbandry Pro of what we're doing, and the new ultrasound, the new routines that we have. I think we're going to see a benefit. And what our game plan was years, now I have a different game plan. Like, you know, with my sales, what I'm going to put it to, what we're doing, what we're going to focus on, where in the past it was different. So even this year now is going to be newer, you know? So even the direction we want to go and some of the stuff we want to do is going to be different. But
upgrading, evolving. It's great.
Yeah, really. Moving forward.
Hey, Austin, go ahead and read that super chat, because it had me dying.
Martin Exotic, stolen but wheelchair fund, LOL. Sorry, Black Smoke.
Yeah. They said wheelchair fund.
The wheelchair fund.
You want to give me a wheelchair? Like,
they're on you.
Oh, shit.
But I need spinners. I need some bling on these wheels.
Oh, you know, the spinners are going to be my eyeball.
right. With
fucking,
the eyeball.
You know?
That would be great.
You see the C behind me? That's the fucking wheelchair. That's out of the wheel. Austin sits in there, just spins, and the eyeball's going to spin.
You need to make that happen. Just put a sticker on. I don't even care.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you don't need all that. So.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but he's gotta fucking take it easy, because once you keep fucking that up, it doesn't go away. It doesn't heal.
100%.
You know, you gotta heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna know if there's any damage in there tomorrow. So, or pretty soon after. And if there's not, it's still gonna need rehab. So.
Oh, it's gonna be nice. Yeah.
So, going back to what you've studied and stuff with, all the positivity and stuff like that, is there such thing as true happiness? Like, is there like a definition of true happiness? Or, you know how it's like, oh my God, you know, can someone really achieve true happiness? And how would you know? You know what I mean? Like, is there such thing as that? Is that just something, oh, there's true happiness? It's like, you know, it's like heaven.
I think happiness is fluid. There's not an end to it, you know, and that's why flourishing is such a better defined connection with happiness, you know, and making sure that all of your pillars are balanced and all your pillars are feeling fulfilled. Because I think happiness is just, you know, a constant state of being. Like you said, it goes from up to down, you know, and it's fluid. You know, I don't think that you are happy or not, you know, it's just constantly moving. And so there's better ways to look at it. Same with sad. I think sad's, you know, or upset, all those things are constantly flowing and they're fluid. You know, where a lot of people would say, I'm this or I'm that, you know, and I think there's a lot of middle ground in there that people can live in and understand more about if they're self-aware. One thing that I truly respect about you, Billy, is that you're very self-aware. You know what makes you tick. You know what makes you go, what your motor is, you know, hey, I need to challenge myself. I need to be under pressure situations for me to perform at my optimal state. A lot of people don't have that about themselves. They're not aware enough. And so they find themselves in these, downward spirals of emotion, and they don't know how to get out of it. And so it's more so about understanding what creates flourish and understanding what creates happiness, if that's the term you want to use, and work on those things versus just I'm happy or I'm not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
It's so much more of a fluid situation. Is my snake going to breed or not? Can you answer that? No, you got to talk about the process.
Right.
Same with positive feelings. It's a process. Making sure you're connected to people, making sure that you're surrounding yourself around people with positive intent and positive emotions, making sure there's meaning in what you're doing, making sure that you're having some measurable goals, which is the achievement piece. All those things come together to show people that their needs are being satisfied and that they're flourishing. And it's really that simple. I mean, there's endless information on it, but really, to be completely honest, when I first went to school in my younger years, this school of thought, like this science, didn't even exist. It first started in 2009. And so it's relatively new. But now there's whole colleges surrounded around it, and you could study it. There's jobs surrounded around it. So just like the traditional psychology that was centered around what's wrong with people. Right. Now there's a whole movement about what's right with people. So tons of information on the internet, quick Google search about Dr. Seligman and Perma. There's tons of information. And then there's even branches off of that, like people that have taken his work and talked about grit and resiliency. Why do people persevere and why don't they? And right. There's a ton of work in that just in and of itself. So it's really endless if you want to dive into it and just, do some self-care stuff and some self-improvement stuff. Study that on your own time.
Oh, it's awesome.
No different than pulling up a few YouTube videos, and learning how to, keep husbandry for animals, improve yourself, because if you're doing well and your family's doing well and the people around you are doing well, guess what? Your animals are going to do well, so on and so forth. It's a ripple effect.
But it's also what you put into it too. I mean,
100%.
I don't know if he's in here, but
effort is key.
100%. And Forrest, oh, did I say Forrest? Holy fuck, Foster. I'm even spelling names wrong back. Fucking Forrest. Yeah. Foster. So Foster from Genetic Intuition on one of his, I think it was Facebook I saw it, or on his Instagram, he posted something where, here's a shitty mindset, and you hear it all the time. Mm-hmm. Oh, must be nice. Oh, must be nice. Mm-hmm. You know what? I mean, it is nice having Mutation Creation and having an amazing team and having an incredible collection, having a great fucking reputation and having what Mutation is right now. Mm-hmm. It is nice. Oh, it must be nice. I fucking busted my balls. Yeah. Austin busted his balls. Elion, everyone, Chris and Nick have helped me bust my balls. Even Tyler, when he was working at the old facility. It all took people's effort and time and
energy. Yeah,
I do this 7 days a week, and I'm always on. Like I'm on the phone. I'm doing Patreon. I'm always learning or learning how to do something better, or how to fix this, or I'm going over breeding plans.
You're engaged,
right?
That's
and you know what? It's not like, oh, must be nice, I fucking worked hard. All of us, we still work hard. It's not like fucking, oh, must be nice. It's not like I won a lottery. Now, you win a lottery? Hey, must be nice. Yeah, fucking right, must be nice to win a lottery. Yeah. But you can't look at someone for what they have and say, must be nice. They've worked hard for it. They put themselves either through years of education to get that good job, or, sacrifice weekends and not going out, up to the cottage or whatever to have an extra job. Like, you got to really think about that kind of shit too. People that have things and where they are, it must be nice because they put themselves in that effort, in that, they put that effort, they put that mindset, they sacrificed, they wanted it bad enough and they got it,
It's very rarely just given, it's 99% always earned. There's some anomalies, but it's pretty much always earned, and that's the thing. I get asked by colleagues all the time, how do you do all this stuff? You know, and it's because I'm grinding.
Drive. Yeah,
you know, I'm
you
grinding.
have a drive. I mean,
you know, and like Levan said, knowing your capacity, I have to set boundaries. Like I can't always make everything. You know, like I have to put some energy here. I have to put some energy here. And if I'm not in a position to give what I see as my standard for effort, then I probably am not going to make a commitment to do it. You know, and that just goes back to quality of work. Like I'm not going to just come in here and just, you know, half-heartedly do something just to say that I do it. So it's know your capacity, be invested in what you're doing, and stay engaged at a capacity that's showing quality work. You know, and that's a lot of people make that mistake. They overshoot themselves or they overextend themselves, and then the craftsmanship of what they're doing or the effort and energy in what they're doing, you know, comes out half-hearted. You know, whether that's forgetting to double check this or, you know, not doing this. You know, it's the guy that didn't change his oil, right? And he can't figure out why the motor blew up.
Yeah.
So it's that.
Yeah.
It happens with reptiles too, right? Like you've overextended yourself, and then, you know, you're forgetting to fill up water bowls and so on and so forth. You know, so it's human nature, you know, goes back to knowing yourself. And like I said, you know yourself really well, Billy. You're not telling us that you're something you're not. You know, this is who I am. This is what I need. This is what fuels my fire. And it's very respectable. You know, people need to have that in them to figure that out about themselves. You know, would you have said that as your 18-year-old self, your 20-year-old self?
Hell
Would
no.
you be as wise as you are now? No. You know, you've learned that. So same thing for everybody else in their maturation process. You know, whether you're Austin, you know, where he's at in his stage of life, or, you know, you're older than Billy, you know, have a sense of self-awareness about yourself that's going to enable you to be your best representation of yourself. You know, so many people get stuck on, hey, I'm feeling this, or woe is me, or this happened, and they just dive into it. You know, versus knowing what is, you know.
Yeah.
People ask why me so many times, when the real question is what caused this? You know, did I overextend myself? Did I not focus on these things that I know make me feel like my needs are satisfied? You know, and it's really a lot more analytical and a lot more strategic than people even know. You know, it's really about being intentional with your thought process. And that's how you achieve things. That's how you stay successful. That's how you motivate others. You know, but it takes work. You know, it's not, nobody's handing you that.
Right.
You know, nobody's getting you up every day, Billy, 7 days a week to go grind and to have conversations and to do this and to juggle that and to keep having ideas. It takes work.
Yeah. And it's something I like to do. It's part of my life now. It's like, I'm always there. It's something I need to do. I want to do. And guess what? By doing it, I get at some point, it's like, oh my God, look what I've done. You know, I get that. Like
Achievement.
All that achievement came from what I did today and why I'm grinding all the time. If I was doing this and I was still in my basement after everything we do and as much as I do, and I'm still working out of the basement of my house, I'm like, okay, fuck, man, like, why am I killing myself? Why are we, why the fuck can't we do this? You know, it's like, you know, well, and I
one
think.
Area.
Go ahead.
Yeah, one area that you've done so much for this community is providing a platform for people to establish relationships, you know, and I talked about that being an essential ingredient in being positive and being successful, is that, you know, with you doing these types of formats and you like just bringing people together, like a lot of people can do great work in isolation by themselves, but without having the capacity to share that work or to bring others in and, you know, to break bread, so to speak, you know, you're missing a step, you know, and a lot of people did that for years, you know, that everything was secretive and what have you. And I'm not saying that they couldn't be successful because they could, but I feel like, you know, people missed out on the relationship piece, and sometimes that sent them into a downward spiral as well. So.
Well, the good thing about, you know, getting into a relationship or you know, into a community when you actually have, you know, colleagues or people, when you're stuck or you don't know and you want an answer, you can reach out and get something that they're looking out for you. Like, oh man, like even with this community right now with shit that happens, like even with Tyler, hey man, guess what? Like if it was, oh fuck, oh another guy, oh he's done, he won't bounce back. Oh, right. More for us. That was mentality back then. Now people are helping to pick someone up to keep them where we all are now. Not like, oh, right. Fuck, another one down. Yeah, more for us. Oh, fuck. Hope this guy goes down. Oh, I hope this guy fucking burns and rots. Oh, fucking yay. You know, it's like you feared people buying animals. You feel like, oh my God, look what he just bought. Uh-oh, we're all fucked. How is that? Like, you don't even know if he bought it, if he's going to be alive in 6 months, if he knows how to breed. Just because someone bought something, you got to really sit there and think way outside the box, not just so streamlined.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's really the premise of positive intent versus negative intent. You know, so many people live in the negative intent that everything's going to be, you know, woe is me and the end of the world, and you know that again is in a traditional psychology state of being. You know, a lot of people spend that much time, and you know it. You know when you're in a room with somebody like that, because it's draining. It just pulls your energy. I know Austin talks about that a lot of time. You know, energies and synergies. Like,
yep.
If you're with somebody that every single thing is negative, like, that wears on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Why would you do that? Oh, that's a waste of time. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, have you tried it? Nah. It's like, you know, that's the person that always has something to say and does nothing about it. Like, you know, like, holy shit. Austin's always like that. Like, you know, even to me sometimes, like, you know, he's been positive and, you know, think about it and do this. And, you know, I remember him writing shit down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know, no, I'm willing it. No, you're going to do this. And I mean, you know what? Even if it didn't work, just the whole positivity of the process of it could work is enlightening. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know, oh, that'll never work. What a waste of fucking time.
Luke,
blah, 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 blah.
Luke just said it in the chat.
Oh, who did?
Yeah. Luke, he's saying, hey, I just love learning about everything, you know, and that's exactly what you're saying, Billy. I agree.
Yeah.
You know,
and I mean, he's always positive. He's always sitting there doing positive things and trying to, you know, and it doesn't hurt to do it, you know?
Right.
And it's fun thinking that things are going to be positive than always going, you know what? Fuck, I'm going to go to the incubator. They're all going to be dead. Oh, my God, surprises or not. Oh, they'll die tomorrow. Like, why would you have that type of mindset? It's just so wrong. Like, I'm going to go to the facility and it's going to be on fire. What the fuck? Why is that in your head? You know what I mean? Like it's almost like you're in that negative bubble and everything is shitty. And it's like, how do you enjoy your day when everything, I'm going to get in the car and it might explode. Oh, I'm going to drive and some asshole's going to fucking rear end me. Like how do you live your, like, everything negative? You know, it's like, just think positive. And I mean, you know, you think positive, you're in a better state of mind. I think that it actually, you know, pulls you into that, like that atmosphere. Like,
it does.
I honestly think it does. Yeah. And if other people see you,
I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a quick breather.
Okay, go ahead, Austin. Talk.
I have to go ice my knee, man. It's like killing me right now. Like,
you got fucking 8 minutes, motherfucker. You can't leave me on here solo. Wait till he gets back.
No, wait till he gets back, but it's really my. I have to go elevate it because right now I'm not elevating.
My leg hurts. I only fucking ripped my ACL or my LCL. What is it?
LCL.
Yeah. Oh, I only torn it. It might be fractured. I won't know till tomorrow. No, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like a throbbing pain. It's not nice.
No, I know. I mean, I had an ACL. I had a torn ACL. I had to have it operated on twice, and yeah, it wasn't fucking pleasant at all. So hopefully yours isn't bad.
Yeah, I hope it's no operation. That'll be very, very bad.
So that sucks, man.
Yeah.
I should drink more milk, buddy. Keep the fucking bones and the fucking joints in order. Fucking
yeah, I don't drink milk, so.
See, that's why. Fucking guy. I don't drink milk.
I had to dehydrate, so thank you.
But yeah, Austin's complaining fucking guy. Well, my leg hurts. I can't fucking do anymore. No, just joking. But no, man, I'm glad you came on because at first, I even this morning, I'm like, hey, man, if you don't want to fucking come on, I don't know your situation. I can always ask Chris or someone. He's like, yeah, I'll let you know by later. And then, he's like, yeah, I can do it. And then fucking I figured when I was trying to get a hold of you, I'm like, fucking asshole fell asleep. Oh, my God. Fucking cursing at you. Fucking
get up. Computer.
What's that?
Get up.
So, but no, it's a
I'm
good
glad you made it too, Austin.
Yeah, this was a good, man. I like this. A lot of positivity. I learned a lot of stuff. It's called Perma, PEA.
Yeah, that's the acronym.
RMA.
Positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, and achievement.
Cool. I'm gonna look that up. That's pretty cool.
It's good. Yeah, it's just good to have things that you focus on. Just keeps you grounded. Especially when we're working in such a crazy hobby that's ups and downs all day long. These guys are saying in the chat, stay positive, what have you. Well, what does it look like to be positive? Is it just saying it? No, it's doing these things. It's being involved in these things that we just talked about tonight, and figuring out where that fits for you. And I think that's super important. So
awesome.
None of us have had perfect lives. Everybody, that's not the goal. The goal is what you do when you get those, negative responses from other people or other situations. How do you handle that? What do you do? So I think that if that does anything, it'll carry people, through this breeding season, hopefully, and give some people, the energy to do so, because it's going to happen, and you're not alone. Everybody in this chat room that came today is going to have ups and downs. Lean on the right 100%. People. Surround yourself with the right people. So,
no, 100%. I mean, it's just such a good thing that you get more out of it being positive than always negative. The people around you, better circle. You got better, thoughts, and if you're always negative, you're gonna have a sort of a bar that you don't think you can cross. I have no bar. I got, I'm fucking, I keep, if there's a bar, I'm fucking like, oh yeah, that bar? Oh yeah, that was a while ago. Like, I keep shooting, and whether I hit or not, I mean, I know I'm in a better place being positive and thinking and trying with the way I am than being negative and not thinking I can do it, and being around people that are the same shitty, you want to surround yourself and around positive people, be positive yourself. It's not always going to work. It's not always going to be positive, but if you take that negative and turn it into a positive or look past it, I'm walking proof. Yeah. Many of us have are like that as well. And it's just awesome, and keep on doing it. So
for sure. Yeah. It's a good time of the year to kind of reset and think about what's going on. A lot of people are pretty deep into their breeding, and then a lot of people are still, even tonight, contemplating whether they want to be a breeder or not. So never a bad time to reflect.
Yeah. Awesome. This is fucking good, man. You got to get better, Austin.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, well wishes, brother.
Yeah,
I know it's tough. Yeah, I shared with you, last week. I took my old legs and pulled the hammy, and it psychologically was a little bit of a hit. Being a former mate. So I understand, man, and definitely will be thinking about you.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
Yeah, just don't do anything stupid.
No,
Fuck it up even more.
Billy's done.
Jesus. But everyone have a great night. It was a pleasure having you on, my man. Thanks, Rodney.
Appreciate it, you guys.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for sticking around and coming in, and anyone that's watching it later, not live, man. Appreciate all the support and everything you guys do, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a great year for everyone. I know it. I'm excited to see what we're doing, and what everyone else is, and it's like I said, and what Rodney said. There's gonna be so much shit out there that's gonna go, oh my god, like. It's setting the bar even higher. Like, we can do that? What the fuck makes that? Like, it's just so awesome. I love thinking ahead and looking ahead. And, that's one thing that keeps me going so much is I know every year gets better, and it's what everyone you've seen. Like 10 years ago, if we talk, oh, yeah, we're going to make one of these spot nose, blackhead, clown, yellow. What the fuck? Like, no one even thought like that. Back then it was totally different mindset. And if I could have fast forwarded to now, 10 years back, I would have done so many things differently, but it wasn't even a concept, but it's awesome,
for
man.
Sure.
Everyone, good
We're
night.
Moving in the right direction.
Oh, always.
Thank you guys for all that you're doing. Definitely.
Later, boys. Be good.
Right,
Here's the outro. Stay safe. Stay positive. Later, y'all.
Take care.
So,
My channel. My channel. My content. my channel, my content. My channel, my content. Oh my God. Hang on. You still there?
Yeah.
We forgot to get you to say, Chad.
EAD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost. I'm sitting there like this, and I'm like, what? Hey, what? Oh, I can't forget that. Thank God you're still on. So, later, y'all. Chad, EAD, bro.
EAD, Chad.
Positively, EAD.